Guys, I'm on a mission. You see, something you may not know about me, I am a huge Pokemon fan. I have been for a while. Something that I've never done is rank all the Pokemon. Like, just on how I feel about them and, like, which ones I like, which ones I don't like. And I feel like it's something that I should have done by now, in a video or not. But I figured, hey, why not do it in a video? So, you know what? My mission for the next however long this takes is to rank every single Pokemon into a tier list. But there's so many Pokemon that I thought it might not be the best idea to rank all of them in one video. So we're going to be ranking them, or I'm going to be ranking them in separate videos categorized by generation. So, this video is going to be Generation 1 Pokemon, the next video will be Generation 2, and then we'll get Generation 3, and so on and so forth. Today, we're doing Generation 1 Pokemon. Every single Pokemon introduced in Generation 1. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm not going to be going over any Mega Evolutions or Gigantamax forms, Alolan forms, any of that, because those weren't introduced in Generation 1. I'm only going off of the Pokemon that were introduced in Generation 1. So let's get started here. All right, so first off, we got Bulbasaur. I'm not going to be giving a lot of commentary on all of my rankings because otherwise we'd be here for way too long. So let's get started with Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur, I've always had a soft spot for Bulbasaur. He's probably my favorite of the starters, honestly, for this generation. So you know what? We're gonna go with S. Just a solid. I just like Bulbasaur. I just think he's a cute little guy. So yeah, sorry, I'm gonna put him in S. I might change around these rankings if I decide I want to do that later, but right now we're gonna stick him in S. Ivysaur, on the other hand, it's okay. It's just a bigger Bulbasaur. I'm gonna put him in C. Venusaur is pretty dope. I still think I like Bulbasaur a little bit more, but we're gonna go with A tier for Venusaur. Charmander's a solid Pokemon. We're gonna go with B tier for Charmander. I'm kind of a basic guy. I like Charmander. What can I say? Charmeleon, on the other hand, kind of the same as Ivysaur, just kind of like it's okay. The middle evolutions are usually just okay starters or okay versions of the starters. Charizard, we're gonna go with B tier for Charizard as well. I like him. He's very cool Pokemon. What can I say? Squirtle, I feel like I like Squirtle a little bit more than Charmander, but not as much as Bulbasaur. I don't really know. I feel like it might be because of how overrated the Charizard line is, but I just, something about Squirtle's just, I vibe with him. Wartortle, feel pretty much the same about him. Or they, sorry, don't want to, I want to be gender neutral here. Blastoise, Blastoise is pretty cool. I think Blastoise is a solid B. Caterpie is kind of, it's a D. Metapod's also a D, probably. Actually, no, Metapod is a C, because Metapod can learn Harden, and that's the best move in the game. Butterfree is fine. It's like a C for me, probably. Weedle, I like Weedle more than Caterpie. I'm gonna put him in C. But them in C. Okay, God. All right, Kakuna is, I don't really like Kakuna. Actually, F maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in F. It's just Metapod's just better. Beedrill's pretty dope. I actually do like Beedrill quite a lot. I'm gonna put him in B. Put them in B. Pidgey's just a bird, so C. Pidgeotto's just another bird. And Pidgeot's, I don't know. It's kind of pretty, I guess. Actually, we're gonna move them all down one. So Pidgey and Pidgeotto are D. Pidgeot is C. Rattata is annoying. I'm not the biggest fan of Rattata. I'm gonna put it in D. Raticate, same sort of idea. It's a D. Spearow, I like Spearow. I like the Spearow line a little bit more than the Pidgeot line. I've used both of them in teams before, and I don't know. I just have a better time using Spearow sometimes, usually. So we're gonna put Spearow in C, and we're gonna put actually, I don't know. Do I really want to put Fearow in B? We're gonna put them both in C. Yeah, we're gonna put them both in C. Ekans is just a snake. I don't know. It's just a snake. I think Ekans is a D for me, and Arbok's probably a C. Pikachu, I mean, it's Pikachu. Like, I know it's like the most overrated, literally the most overrated Pokemon in the world, but like, it's Pikachu. I can't hate on Pikachu. It would be a disservice. I think I'm gonna go with B for Pikachu. Raichu's Raichu. I like Raichu for different reasons than Pikachu, but I like them both equally, if that makes sense. That's just how it is. Sandshrew, I like Sandshrew. It's decent, it's okay. We're gonna go C for Sandshrew, and we're gonna go for Sandslash. I do like Sandslash. We're gonna put Sandslash in B. Nidoran female. The Nidoran lines, they're fine, I guess. Nidoran female is gonna go in C. Nidoran or Nidorina is also gonna go in C. Nidoqueen's also C. Nidoran male, C. Nidorino is C. Nidoking, on the other hand, I do like Nidoking. Nidoking's gonna go in B. Clefairy, Clefairy, I've had really bad experiences with Clefairy and Clefable. They're just, I don't know, they're just kind of annoying Pokemon to me. I'm gonna put Clefairy in C, because I do think Clefairy has a cute factor. Clefable's just dumb. I don't like Clefable that much. It's just like a dumb, bigger Clefairy, and I don't know. Clefairy's just better. I do like Vulpix. I think Vulpix is a solid B for me, and I think Ninetales is an A. I do really like Ninetales. Jigglypuff, if Jigglypuff wasn't in Smash Bros. and I didn't like using Jigglypuff in Smash Bros. As much as I do, I don't think Jigglypuff would be very high. But because Jigglypuff is in Smash Bros., I'm probably gonna put it in B. I don't know. I just like Jigglypuff a little bit. Wigglytuff, on the other hand, I don't like Wigglytuff. I don't know. It's just stupid. Zubat, you know, I like the Zubat line as a whole, but Zubat on an individual level is probably a D for me. It's just kind of annoying. Golbat, on the other hand, is a little bit better. I like Golbat enough. Oddish is fine. It's just fine. Also, if it wasn't already clear, I don't have the most concise, like, rulings for each tier. So, like, I might say, oh, I like this Pokemon. B. This Pokemon's fine. B. You know, like, it's just kind of whatever. It's just whatever. This is a casual tier list. Gloom is just kind of dumb. I don't know. I don't really like Gloom. Same with Vileplume's okay. I don't know. Vileplume's a C. Paris, I'm not the biggest fan of the Paris and Parasect line. Before Legends Arceus, I wasn't already that big of a fan, and then Legends Arceus just kind of cemented that I don't like them. I don't really like them. So we're gonna put Paris and both of them in F, because fuck them, both of them. Venonat is, I don't know. Venonat's just kind of lame to me. Same with Venomoth. They're both just kind of lame. Diglett, there's something about Diglett that I just kind of like. I don't really know what it is. Like, it's not like the best Pokemon in the world. I'm gonna put it in C. Dugtrio, on the other hand, it's just 3 Diglets. I don't like the Pokemon that are just like 3 versions of the base form. Like, I just think those are lame. So we're gonna put Dugtrio in D. Meowth, I have a soft spot for Meowth because of the anime. We're gonna put Meowth in. B tier, and we're gonna put Persian in C tier because it's just fine. Psyduck, I do like Psyduck. I like Psyduck. There's a comedy factor to my love for Psyduck, or like for Psyduck. I don't know if I would say I love it. We're gonna put Psyduck in the B tier as well. And we're gonna put Golduck in the C tier. Sometimes I like the base form more than the evolved form. And I feel like that isn't that uncommon. I feel like that happens with Pokemon. Alright, ooh, we're getting a little crowded here. We're just gonna do that. Okay, next up we got Mankey. Mankey, it's fine, it's a C. Same with Primeape, but they're just okay. I do really like Growlithe. I think Growlithe's an A for me. And I think Arcanine is an S. I really like Arcanine. I think that's kind of a basic opinion, but I don't care because I really like Arcanine. Poliwag's okay. Poliwhirl's okay. Poliwrath is fine. I don't know. They're just fine. Abra is annoying. I've always like Abra's just I think infamously annoying. I don't find it as annoying as like Zubat probably. I think Abra is probably a C for me. Kadabra is same. I do like Alakazam. I don't know. Yeah, I like Alakazam. Alakazam's a B. Machop. Let's see. I like Machop okay. Probably C. Machoke, same idea. Machamp is just all, yeah, I feel the same about all three of them. Bellsprout, I'm not the biggest fan of Bellsprout. Same with Victory Bell, or Weepin' Bell and Victory Bell, they're just kind of meh. Tentacool, I'm not the biggest fan of Tentacool. It's so common when you're like surfing. I hate it's like I've heard its cry so much that I'm just like I have kind of a disdain for it. Tentacruel on the other hand, it's fine. It's a C. Geodude, I've also heard Geodudes cry quite a lot. Probably also a D for me. Graveler and Golem aren't as offensive to me though. They're fine. I do like Ponyta and Rapidash. I think Ponyta's probably a frickin' B and Rapidash is an A. Yeah, I like Rapidash. I do like Rapidash a lot. I think the concept of a horse with a flaming mane is pretty dope. So, Slowpoke, I don't know. I have kind of a soft spot for Slowpoke, honestly. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like, I don't know. I just kind of I vibe with Slowpoke. I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put it in B. Slowbro on the other hand is just kind of eh. Magnemite's kind of meh. Magneton is also kind of meh. Farfetch'd is lame. Farfetch'd doesn't get good until Gen 8. And so we're gonna put it in D. It's not like the most defensive Pokemon, but it's just kind of dumb. Doduo is a solid C. And the Dodrio is also a solid C. Seal is dumb. I don't really like Seal. Dugong's also dumb. I don't know. I don't like either of them. Grimer's meh. Grimer's meh. Muck is fine. Muck is a little better. I don't know what it is about Muck. Yeah, I don't know. These opinions are subject to change. I'm just gonna say that. Give it a little asterisk. I could, my opinions on Pokemon, they fluctuate from time to time. So, I might not feel this way about these Pokemon tomorrow, and that's just a fact. But this is the ranking I'm going with for now. Shelter's, nah, I don't know. It's just fine. Cloyster's kind of cooler, but not by that much. The Ghastly line, I do like the guy. I think that's also a basic. I don't care if I have an opinion that's like considered basic in like the Pokemon community. I don't know what to tell you. Like it just is what it is. I don't know. We're gonna put Ghastly in C, and we're gonna put Haunter in C as well, and we're gonna put Gengar in B because I don't know. I just like Gengar. Okay, we're gonna have to do this, don't we? Okay. All right. Next we got Onyx. Onyx is fine. It's not offensive, but it's not the best. Drowsy. I'm not the biggest fan of Drowsy. Same with Hypno. They're just kind of meh. They're just kind of dumb. Krabby. I don't know. Krabby's fine. Kingler is fine. They're C. Voltorb is kind of dumb. I think Voltorb is C. Electrode is D. They're just like not the most creative Pokemon, That's just how it is. Execute is dumb. Execute is D. Exeggutor is actually no. Exeggutor is D. Execute is F. It's just dumb. I don't know. Execute's dumb. I feel like my commentary is getting a little watered down at this point, but like I don't know what to. A lot of these are I don't have like the most strong opinions about. They're here for me. They're just like I have this opinion on them, and that's just how it is. Cubone I feel bad for. So Cubone goes in B. Marowak goes also in Marowak goes in C. Yeah, that's the only reason why they're placed there is because I feel bad for Cubone and I feel a little less bad for Marowak. I don't know. Hitmonlee's kind of cool. I like the Hitmons enough. Hitmonlee goes in C, and Hitmonchan goes in C as well. So I lied. I actually just feel neutral about that. Lickitung's dumb. I don't like Lickitung. Actually no. Lickitung's D. I don't know. I don't hate it that much. I just like it's just not my favorite. Coughing is a solid C, and I don't know. I like wheezing a little bit more, just because my experience. Okay, look, I don't like to talk about it a lot. I have a little bit of competitive experience in Pokemon. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but basically, with my competitive experience with wheezing, I like wheezing a good amount. So we're gonna put wheezing in B. I feel like that feels wrong though. I don't know. Actually, no. Fuck wheezing. Wheezing's a C. Wheezing's just fine. Rhyhorn's fine. Man, I don't know. Rhydon's... I don't know about Rhydon. I don't know. Rhydon's also a C, man. Chansey, the only reason I like Chansey is for EXP grinding. That's the only... I think if Chansey wasn't so good for like EXP grinding in just the game, in the regular main series games, I think it would probably be D. But I think only for that reason it's in C. Tangela is fine. Actually, no, Tangela is kind of between C and D. I don't know. It's a C. Kangaskhan, I like Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's B. Horsey is just fine. Seadra's a little cooler, a little bit more badass. I like its spikes. Goldeen's dumb. Seeking's dumb. Staryu is fine. Starmie is fine. Mr. Mime, I don't hate Mr. Mime as much as a lot of people. That being said, it's not that great. It's probably a D. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Actually, the Detective Pikachu, the Mr. Mime and Detective Pikachu, it's funny. I just think it's funny how ugly it is, and also just like its role in the movie. So I feel like for that reason, I'm gonna bump it up to C. So I just feel neutrally about it. Scyther's badass. I like Scyther. It's good. Like, Scyther obviously has an evolution, but you don't need to evolve it for it to be good. And that's why I like Scyther. Jinx is dumb. I don't like Jinx. Also, the ranking within a tier is negligible. So, like I don't like Ivysaur more than Charmeleon, if that makes sense. Like, they're just all one and the same. I mean, yeah, they're just one and the same. I like Electabuzz. I think Electabuzz is a solid B. Magmar is, it's a D. I'm not the biggest fan of Magmar. Pinsir is cool. I like Pinsir because I like cool bug Pokemon. I think Pinsir's an A. I like Pinsir. Tauros is also pretty dope. I'd put Tauros in B. Magikarp, it's the dumb fish Pokemon, but like, I don't know. I like it. I like Magikarp. It's just something funny about it. I think I'm gonna put Magikarp in B. I don't know. And it evolves into Gyarados, which is like a really dope Pokemon. I think Gyarados is a solid A for me. Lapras is also... I like Lapras. Lapras is such a likable Pokemon, but like... I don't know. It's between A and B. I think it's... It's probably an A. I like Lapras. I like the event in Heart Gold Soul Silver where you had, I don't know, something about like you had to go to the Union Cave, I believe, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver and catch it on Friday, like only on Friday. And there was something about like learning about that and like actually doing it that excited me as a kid when I first played those games. So I think, I don't know, just I have a good experience. And Lapras is just, it's just a fun Pokemon. What can I say? Ditto is freaking... I don't know. Ditto's just okay. It's like, obviously its concept is pretty infamous, but like, I don't feel that like strongly about it. I don't know. Ditto's a C. Eevee is like hard to hate. I like Eevee. Vaporeon's probably my least favorite of this trio of evolutions. But even that being said, I think Vaporeon's a C. See, you get it because it's water. Jolteon, I like Jolteon. I think Jolteon's my favorite of these evolutions. Not my favorite evolution, but my favorite of these three that were introduced in Generation 1. So it's probably a B. It's probably a B. Flareon, it's cute. That's what all it has going for it. It's going to go in C. Porygon is fine. I don't know. I think the idea of a man-made Pokemon is cool, but like, it's just the actual execution of it is just kind of okay to me. I don't know. Omastar or Omanite, we have to put in higher than S because it's Lord Helix. Actually, no, I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of Omanite. It's just fine, and Omastar is just fine. Kabuto, I don't really vibe with Kabuto, but I do like Kabutops. Kabutops is B. Aerodactyl. I like Aerodactyl. I like Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's A. Yeah, Aerodactyl's A. Snorlax, I have a soft spot for Snorlax. I have quite a big soft spot for Snorlax. I think Snorlax is an S for me. I really like Snorlax. I don't know. There's something charming about it. Something, I don't know. I just like Snorlax. Articuno, probably my least favorite of the birds from this generation. Zapdos is probably my favorite. Zapdos goes in B, and Moltres is right in the middle. Dratini, the whole Dratini line's pretty dope. I think Dratini is probably B. This might sound a little weird. I think Dratini is B. I think Dragonair is C. And I think Dragonite is A. What can I say? I'm basic. I'm really basic. Like, looking at this list, I feel like a lot of people would probably have a similar list if they rank Gen 1. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, you know? I don't know. Mewtwo is just, it's fine. I don't know. I don't have, like, some people really like Mewtwo. I feel like it's a little overrated. Like, I'm not saying, like, some people would say it's really overrated. I think it's, like, cool. And it's, like, obviously one of the first, like, major legendaries of Pokemon. So, like, I don't know. I think it's a cool concept. Like, if you really think about it, like, the clone of, like, the ancestor of all Pokemon, like, and it's, like, an experiment gone wrong and it went rogue and everything. I think that's cool. Like, I don't know. I just think that's cool. I think Mewtwo's a B. And I think Mew is kind of, like, I like it on the same level for different reasons. I just think it's cool that there's, like, an ancestor of all Pokemon. And it's cute. So yeah, this is my ranking for every Gen 1 Pokemon. You know what? I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty accurate. You know, like I said, there might be some things that I'll change my mind about eventually, but like right now, as of right now, I'd say this is pretty good for me. So yeah, there's my ranking for Gen 1 Pokemon. So if you have anything that you disagree about or anything that I said that you hate me for, feel free to let me know. And feel free to let me know, like, you know, if you have any really strong opinions about certain Pokemon, I'd love to hear it. And until what do I usually say for an outro? You know, I'll see you guys next time, and we'll be ranking Gen 2 Pokemon. So, you know, thanks for watching, and until next time, gotta catch them all. I don't know what to say. Thanks for watching. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. So in the last video, I did a ranking, a tier list on every single Generation 1 Pokemon. And today, I'm going to be ranking every single Generation 2 Pokemon. So if you didn't know, I have a little quest that I'm going on where right now where I want to rank every single Pokemon ever known into a tier list or various tier lists. I'm doing them off of each generation. And so this is the Generation 2 version of those tier list videos. So pretty much that's all the explanation you really need. Feel free to watch the Generation 1 tier list. It should be out by now. And you know, stay tuned for more in the future. But right now, we're doing Generation 2, so let's do Generation 2. All right, so I'm not gonna be giving too much commentary. You know, I don't want to. You know, I don't need to give the whole rundown. Just like read the description. Maybe I put it in the description. I don't know, or go watch the other video. Anyway, let's freaking do the tier list. Okay, so Chikorita. Chikorita is probably my least favorite of the Generation 2 starters. It's probably line's probably a D. Actually, it's cute, so I'm gonna put it in C. Bayleaf, I like Bayleaf. I like Bayleaf enough. It's probably a B. Meganium, on the other hand, is a D. It's just kind of, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan. Cyndaquil, so fun fact, Cyndaquil, the whole Cyndaquil line is my favorite starter, like evolutionary line, and Typhlosion's actually my favorite Pokemon of all time. So I think you already know where Typhlosion's gonna go. But Cyndaquil, I like Cyndaquil a lot. I think the whole line is probably S tier for me. I don't know. I really like Cyndaquil, I really like Quilava, and I really like Typhlosion. So I think they're all an S tier for me. Totodile, I do really like Totodile though. Totodile is still a very solid line. And you know, probably the only reason I like the Typhlosion line as much as I do is because it was my first starter I've ever picked in a Pokemon game. So that's where Cyndaquil goes. That's where it belongs for me. But for the Totodile line, I think Totodile's probably an A. I think Croconaw is a B. And I think Feraligator's also an A. I really like Feraligator. Sendrit's kind of eh. Sendrit's kind of eh. And Fur, it's also kind of eh. Hoo-Hoo, I don't know why. I have kind of a soft spot for Hoo-Hoo. Maybe it's because it's like the regional bird of the region of the first game I ever played of the Pokemon franchise. I don't know. Hoo-Hoo is a B, and Noctowl is a C. I like Hoo-Hoo a little bit more. Actually, no, I'm gonna flip that. I like Noctowl more. Now I'm thinking about it. Ladybug is dumb, and Ladian's also very dumber than Ladybug. It's just really bad. I don't like bad bug Pokemon. I like good bug Pokemon. And, you know, both of the bug Pokemon, or there's probably more, but both of these bug Pokemon are, that being the Ladybug line and the Spinarak line, are both very bad. Very bad bug types. So we're gonna put Spinarak also in D, and we're also gonna put, what is it, Ariados in F, because they're stupid. There's much better spider Pokemon that we'll get to eventually. Crobat is dope. I really like Crobat. I mentioned in the last video, I'm not going to reference the last video too much because I want these to be a little like standalone. These videos to be a little standalone, but basically I really like the whole like Zubat line, and Crobat is really dope. I really like Crobat. Chinchou is fine. Lantern's a little bit more better. Do I really want to put it in B though? I think I'm gonna move them down one each. Yeah. Lantern's just fine. Pichu's cute. You can't hate Pichu, man. Cleffa is also cute, but also I don't really like Cleffa. Igglybutt, here's the thing. I don't like when they add baby Pokemon to Pokemon that didn't need a baby form. Like, did Clefairy really need a lower form? And same with Jigglypuff. Did it really need a lower form? Like, I don't think it did. It's just kind of a dumb premise. So you know what? For that reason, I think I'm gonna put both of them in D, because I really don't like. They're both cute, but I really don't like it when that happens. And we're gonna see that happen quite a bit in like the next couple generations as well. And it's just, I really don't like it. It's really dumb. So that being said, Togepi is cute. I actually really like Togepi. And Togetic's okay. Togetic's probably a C. Natu is fine. Natu's probably a C, because I do think it's a little cute. Zatu's kind of creepy to me. I don't know. Something about Zatu I don't vibe with it. Mareep is just like, I actually really like the Mareep line. It's a basic opinion. I know, I have basic opinions. I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, I've used Mareep and its evolutions quite a bit in Pokemon, and I like them every time I use them. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Flaffy's probably a little bit, I don't like it as much. And Ampharos is probably an A. I like Ampharos quite a bit. Blossom is fine, I don't know. It's just okay. Meryl's cute. And Azumarill, I like Azumarill. I like strong fairy types. That's another thing, like, because like fairy types are inherently strong, but like I should say this. I like physical fairy types, because there's something about a physical fairy type Pokemon that is like odd to me. Like you wouldn't expect it as much, but like the Meryl line, the Granbull line, the Grimmsnarl line that we'll see later, I like them because they're like physical fairy types. They're good physical fairy types. So I don't know. And you know, I just think they're and the Meryl line's cute, so I like the Meryl line. Sudowoodo is funny to me. I think the concept of a tree Pokemon that isn't actually a tree is just fun. I don't know. It's funny. Politoed's fine. It's just okay. Hoppip is also just okay. Skiploom's okay. Jumpluff's okay. They're just okay Pokemon. Apom. I don't really like Apom. Actually, I like Apom a little. It's cute. It has a cute factor. Yeah, it's fine. Sunkern is, I don't know. It's just kind of lame to me. Same with Sunflora. They're just, I don't know. I don't vibe with them. I don't vibe with them that much. Yanma is lame. Its evolution is much better, and we'll see that. One thing that Generation 2 did that I don't really get is they added a lot of like weak, fully evolved Pokemon. So like Yanma at this point in Pokemon was fully evolved. Yanmega didn't exist. So it was just a really weak bug Pokemon for no reason. And it was just kind of dumb. You know, you see that with like Murkrow, you see that with Misdreavus is a little bit stronger. But you see that with like, you know, Yanma, you see that with Apom, you see that with too many Pokemon in this generation, in my opinion. Some of them are better than others, obviously, but you know, Yanma is just dumb. Whoopers, you know, I like Whooper. Whooper's B. I like Whooper. Actually, no. Whooper is C. Quagmire. I almost said Quagmire. Quagsire is B. Because Quagsire just looks like a friendly dude. And I don't know. You know, there's just something like, look at him. Look at him. He's just waving. He's just waving to you. He's just like, hey, what's up, dude? So I like Quagsire for that reason. Espeon is really dope. I like Espeon a lot. But, fun fact, Umbreon is my favorite of the evolutions. And it is an S tier for me. You know, it might be because it was my first evolution. I'm a very nostalgic guy. So like when I first got Heart Gold and I got Eevee, I played a lot at night. And so, you know, eventually my Eevee evolved into an Umbreon and I got really attached to that evolution. I have an Umbreon keychain on my key. I'm not going to pull it out right now because I don't really feel like it, but take my word for it. So I really like Umbreon. Murkrow is fine. I think its evolution is much better, but we're not talking about its evolution. We're talking about its base form. It's a weak-ass base form, and its weak-ass base form is a C. Slowking's also a C. It's just kind of eh. Misdreavus is fine. Unknown, I hate Unknown so much. It's like an interesting concept for a Pokemon, but they're so weak and so lame. They're just like, and you have to, and a lot of times the game wants you to collect them all as if that's useful. But Unknown is a Pokemon that I feel pretty strongly about, if you couldn't already tell. So yeah, no, Unknown is just dumb. It's really weak. It can only learn one move. It's useless. It's a useless Pokemon, and you have to catch like 28 of them. So it's dumb. It's just stupid. I hate Unknown. Wobbuffet is also, it's just, I don't know. It's eh. Girafarig, Girafarig's a D. I don't know. It's just I wish that we had a better giraffe Pokemon. That's all. Pineco's fine. I don't hate it. Fortress, I don't hate it either. Dunsparce, I wish Dunsparce was good. I know so many people wish Dunsparce was good, but I really wish it was better. I wish it had an evolution. I mean, at this point, you know, maybe in Scarlet and Violet we'll get that. Hopefully, cross your fingers, we'll get some sort of love for Dunsparce because I feel like it's long overdue. So, Dunsparce is gonna go in C for me. Because it's not like, you know, it's not offensive. I just wish it was better. That's all. It's just like the underdog. You know what I mean? It's like the underdog Pokemon. You're like rooting for it, but it's just not quite there. And that's how I feel. I like Gligar. Gligar's a B. Steelix. I don't remember where I put Onix in the last tier list video, but I feel like I like Steelix a little bit more. I like Steelix, you know, I'm gonna put Steelix in B. As I was saying earlier about like physical fairy types, I do like physical fairy types that are like strong. And you know, Granbull's not super, the Granbull line isn't super strong, but like, you know, it's okay. I think Snubble's probably a D for me. Like a Snubble, and then Granbull is probably a B. Because I just think Granbull is a lot better. I don't know. It's just me. Quillfish is I don't know. Scizor is pretty dope. Scissor's an A. Shuckle, Shuckle's annoying to me. I don't know. Yeah, no. Heracross is dope. Like I said, I don't know if I've said this in this video, but I really like strong bug types. And Heracross is very strong. And Heracross is a phenomenal bug type. So, yeah. Heracross is A. Sneasel's probably A. I think I like Weavile more. I think Weavile's gonna go in S. Spoiler alert for the Gen 4 tier list. But I think Sneasel's an A. I don't know. I like Sneasel. I like ice types that are good. They're far and few and far between. They're not common. But Sneasel is a very good ice type. And Sneasel is an example of a Pokemon that was a fully evolved Pokemon at the time of this generation, but is still very strong. It didn't need it was strong without Weavile, but then Weavile just made it way better. And I like Weavile a lot for that reason. And also I just think Weavile's a cool Pokemon. We're not talking about Weavile though, we're talking about Sneasel. And Sneasel, I just think I like Sneasel. I think it was good without an evolution, and for that reason, I like it. I have a soft spot for Teddiursa. I don't really know why. I think Teddiursa is gonna go in B. I know that's gonna sound really weird, but I don't know what it is. And Ursaring, I think Ursaring is also a B. I don't know. I think I don't think everyone would rank them that high, but I like them. I like them quite a bit. Slugma is probably a C. I think a Fire Slug is an okay, decently cool concept. And Magcargo is also probably C. I do like the Mamoswine line, but I don't think that the Mamoswine line, as in Swinub and Piloswine, they get good until Mamoswine. So Swinub's probably a C and Piloswine's probably a C. But Mamoswine's probably going to be pretty high when we get to it. Corsola is just I don't know. It's just I'm not that big of a fan. Remoraid and Octillery. Remoraid's probably a D. I don't think it's that exciting. But then Octillery's fine. I like the octopus Pokemon concept. Delibird is... I feel like Delibird is so hated. And for that reason, I like it a little bit. I like it more, I don't know. I'm trying to be a hipster, right? I don't know. But, I don't know. Delibird is just a C. It's not offensive to me. I wish it was better, obviously. But, it's not that bad to me. Mantine's also in that sort of ballpark. Skarmory, I like Skarmory. I like Skarmory quite a bit. It's, a very good defensive Pokemon. But it also has, decent speed, decent attack, to my knowledge, I think. And I just think it's just a solid Pokemon. Houndour and Houndoom. I like Houndour okay. I like Houndoom a lot though. I don't know. I like the idea of a Cerberus fire dark dog Pokemon. I don't know. Which is exactly what Houndoom is. So, I do like Houndoom. I like Houndoom. Kingdra's pretty dope. I like Kingdra. Kingdra is a solid B. Yeah, Kingdra's a solid B. I really like the Phanpy and the Donphan line. Well, they're the same line, but you know what I mean. I think Phanpy's probably a B, and I think Donphan's an A. I really like Donphan. I don't know what it is, but I like Donphan. Some of these I can't explain my reasoning. Some of these I am able to explain my reasoning, obviously, but some of these I'm just you know what? This Pokemon is here, and that's just that, and you're just gonna have to accept that for what it is. Porygon 2 is I don't know. The whole Porygon line is just kind of for me. Stantler. I think Stantler is cool in Legends Arceus for reasons that I'm sure a lot of you know. But as a regular Pokemon, Stantler's just a D. Smeargle is it's a C. I like Smeargle's concept, but it's a little weak for my taste, but I feel like maybe if it was stronger, it might be a little overpowered. So maybe there's a reason why it's that weak. But anyway, Tyrogue is fine. Hitmontop is fine. I don't really have strong opinions on the whole Tyrogue family. Smoochum is dumb. Actually, Smoochum is F. I really don't. Like I said, I don't like when they add like useless baby Pokemon. Like this was, they didn't need, they should have given, if they were gonna give Jinx anything, I already don't like Jinx, but if they were gonna give it anything, they should have given it an evolution. I don't know what the evolution would have looked like, but they should have given it that and not a freaking baby form. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And you know what? Elected and Magby aren't as offensive to me, but they're still pretty offensive. Like I still don't like them quite a bit. Miltank, obviously there's Whitney's Miltank. But even with Whitney's Miltank, I don't find it that offensive. Like it's just a challenging Pokemon, but like I don't hate it. I don't hate Miltank. It's gonna be in C. Blissey, Blissey's C also probably. It's really good for EXP grinding, just like Chansey is, but that's all it's really good for. Like, I don't know. It's a good defensive Pokemon also, and like competitive if you're into that. But it's also very just, it's not exciting. It's not exciting to me. So it's just a C. Okay, so we're with the legendary dogs now. I really do like the legendary dogs. Well, I think I like Raikou. I think I like Raikou the most. Yeah, I think I like Raikou the most out of all of them. And I think Entei's probably in B. Suicune's a C. Suicune is probably my least favorite just because it's just annoying. Like it's really defensive and really bulky overall. And it's really annoying to fight for me. So yeah, I think Suicune's probably C. Larvitar, I like the Larvitar line. Larvitar is probably a B. Pupitar is weird, so Pupitar is a C. Tyranitar is an A. I really like Tyranitar. Again, basic opinion. Lugia is a B. Lugia is cool, but it's not that cool. Ho-Oh is one of my favorite legendaries. I don't know if it's my favorite. It's obviously the mascot of like my first Pokemon game I've ever played, Heart Gold. And I really like it. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite though. We'll see. We'll see. But right now it's gonna go in S because I really do like Ho-Oh. And Celebi's an A. I like the idea of like a time traveling Pokemon. So Celebi's is solid A. All right, so you know, there you go. There's the Generation 2, my Generation 2 tier list. I'm pretty happy with it. Same with the Generation 1. Like I feel like this is a pretty accurate representation of my feelings about these Pokemon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you watched this far, I don't know how many people are going to be watching throughout the whole video. So if you stuck it out to the end, congrats. Hats off to you. I don't have a hat, but you know, metaphorical hat off to you. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I put your favorite Pokemon in a low place and how much you hate me for it. And you know, let me know any other thoughts you have on the list or on the video. And you know, until next time, I hope you have a good day. And I realized at the end of the last video, I should have said, instead of saying gotta catch them all, I should have said gotta rank them all. Yeah. So yeah, gotta rank them all. And I'll see you guys in the next tier list. Peace out. What's up guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. So as you may or may not know, I am on a quest right now to rank every single Pokemon ever known. And so that's what this is, a video in which I am going to be making progress on that quest goal. Yes. So, you know, I've already made a tier list of Generation 1 and Generation 2 Pokemon. So now I'm going to be ranking Generation 3 Pokemon. So, yeah, we can just jump into it. You know, same rule applies as always. You know, I'm not going to be giving too much commentary on each Pokemon, maybe a good amount, actually. I feel like in the past couple of videos, I've been giving a lot more commentary on each Pokemon than I thought I was going to. For some of them are just like, goes here. But, you know, going to keep them relatively short so we can try to go at this at a brisk enough pace. But that being said, you know, hope you enjoyed the video. You know, make sure to go watch the other two videos if you want, or if you just want to hear my opinions on Generation 3 Pokemon, then this is the video for you. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it for that reason. So yeah, let's get into it. God, I can't speak. Okay. So Trico. First off, Trico is okay. It's probably my least favorite of these starters. So probably, but even then, I think it's a B. I think this has a really good trio of starters. I think Grovyle is probably a C. Sceptile's a B also. I think Sceptile's pretty dope. Torchic is probably A, and I think you guys know what's gonna be an S here. Combuskin is also C. It's just kind of A. Blaziken's an A. I almost want to put Blaziken in S because I do really like Blaziken, but no, Blaziken's an A. Mudkip is an S. Marshtop is a solid B. I don't know. Actually, do I really want to put Marshtop above Combuskin and Grovyle? Is that really what I'm going to be going with? That's what I'm going to be going with. I don't know. I like the whole Mudkip line more than the other ones, so that's what I'm going to do. And Swampert is an A. I like Swampert. Poochyena is fine. Mightyena is fine. They're just okay. Zigzagoon is fine. Linoot is fine. There's a lot of fine Pokemon in this generation, and you're going to be seeing that. But there's also quite a few stinkers, and we're going to be getting into that. Wurmple is eh. Silk, I don't know. So this whole line is just kind of eh. Sorry, I went out of order there. I put Cascoon before Beautifly. That was kind of dumb. That was kind of weird of me. You know what? I'm gonna put them all in D. That is where they belong. They all belong in D. They're just all D Pokemon, and that's how I feel. Lotad is fine. Lombre is fine. Ludicolo, I like Ludicolo enough. I like Mirror B in Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and you know that's Mirror B's signature Pokemon. So gotta give some love to Ludicolo. So Ludicolo goes in B. Seedot is fine. Nuzleaf is fine. Shiftree's, I like Shifttree. Shifttree might actually be A for me. I like Shifttree. No, Shifttree's B. Shiftree's B. I like Tailo quite a lot, and I like Swellow a lot, and Swellow's an A. Swellow is a very good bird Pokemon. It's like the best. At this point, it was the best regional bird. Between like Pidgey, the Fearow line, the Hoot line, this was obviously the best one out of all of them. So I like Swellow quite a bit. Winkle's kind of annoying. Wingle's a D. And Pelipper's a C. I don't find Pelipper as offensive as Wingle, but Wingle, you see Wingle so much, especially in the Gen 3 games, and it gets so annoying hearing its cry so much. And so, like, yeah, no, Wingle's a D. Ralts, I like Ralts. Ralts is probably a B. Curlia's probably a C. And Gardevoir, I like Gardevoir a good amount, but I think I like Gallade more. I know Gallade's not in this list, but I don't know. I think Gardevoir is on the same level as Ralts for me. I like the base form, and I usually like the final form. The middle form is usually kind of eh for me. Surskit is pretty weak. Surskit and Masquerain go in D. I like Shroomish, and I like Breloom. I like Breloom more than Shroomish. So Breloom goes in B. Shroomish goes in C. Slackoff is fine. It's okay. Vigoroth is okay. Slacking is pretty dope. I think you know, obviously it has a pretty bad ability, but like it would be way too broken if it didn't have that ability. And there's ways to work around it. So I think it goes in B. Ninkado's a D. I really don't like the weak bug Pokemon, man. They're just so common and they just get so like useless and annoying. Ninjask is a D. It's fast, but that's all it has going for it. Shedinja, I like Shedinja's concept. I like how it's like the ghost of like the shed, the skin that shedded off of Ninjask or Nincada, and it like became sentient, and now it's like a ghost bug, and it has like it's only weak to things that are super effective against it. Like that whole, I don't know, that whole concept's kind of cool. So I vibe with it. So it's a C. Whismer's okay. Actually, Whismer's kind of annoying. I don't know. I think Whismer's probably D, and Loudred and Exploud are C for me. Makuhita's fine. Hariyama's fine. Azurill, like I've said in the past, or maybe if you're hearing it for the first time, I'm going to be saying it now. I don't like it when they add baby Pokemon to Pokemon that didn't need baby forms. So Azurill, for that reason, is a D. Nosepass is a C. It's fine. Skitty, Skitty's fine. Delcatty's fine. fine. I don't know. Part of me wants to put them in D because they're just kind of lame. They're just kind of lame cat Pokemon. Actually, yeah. No, I'm going to put them in D. They're lame cat Pokemon. Sableye is fine. Actually, yeah, Sableye is fine. Mawile is fine. They're both fine. They're both fine. Aeron is fine. Lairon is fine. Aggron's a little cooler. Aggron goes in B. Meditite's fine. Medichamp's fine. I don't know what to tell you. They're just fine. Like they're just okay. I don't hate them. I don't love them. What is this called? Electrike? Electrike is fine. And Manectric, I don't want to put Manectric in B. Do I like it that much? I don't know if I like it that much. I don't know if I like Manectric that much. Oh man. Oh shoot. Manectric. You know what? Manectric's B. I like fast electric types. If it wasn't clear already from like the previous videos, I like fast electric types. Plus, mine suck. I really don't like them. I also really don't like Volbeat and Illumise. They're just like, they're such gimmicky Pokemon, and they're just like dex filler. And that's all they are. They have like very little use outside of that. And they're just so lame. They're just lame. Okay? They're lame. Roselia is fine. Gulpin is fine. Swala is fine. They're just kind of like Muck clones. And even then, like, they're just fine. Carvana, I like Carvana. I like Carvana and Sharpedo a lot, actually. Yeah, Sharpedo's definitely pretty high up there for me. Wailmer's fine. Wailord, there's something about Wailord that I find funny. I just think it's so funny how big it is and then how small they will make it in the actual game. Like in Sword and Shield, it like when it's walking next to you, it's so small, and in battle it's so small, and it pisses so many people off, but I just think it's funny. So I think for that reason, I think Wailord's up there a little bit for me. And the fact that it can breed with Skitty. I think that's like obviously infamous in the Pokemon community, and it's so weird, and I don't get it. Well, I get it on a technical standpoint, but like, it's just so funny. It's just so dumb. It's funny. Numel's fine. Camerupt is fine. They're okay. Torkoal's fine. I'm not the biggest fan of Spoink, honestly. Spoink and Grumpig are just kind of, Pokemon. We have better pig Pokemon that we'll see later. God, we gotta zoom out more. Okay. Spinda. Spinda is kind of dumb. Actually, Spinda has a lot of unique... I like Spinda's... like the concept of Spinda's unique forms. I think that's kind of cool. So, Spinda, you go and see. You go and see. Trapinch is fine. Do I actually? Yeah, alright. Trapinch is B. Trapinch is B because there's a really fun strategy that you can pull off of Trapinch where with Arena Trap, its ability Arena Trap, where you just trap the other Pokemon and then just like freaking destroy it with Trapinch, and I just think that that's kind of funny. Vibrabo's fine. Flygon is pretty dope. Cacnea is fine. Cacturne is cool. I like Cacturne. Swablu's fine. Altaria is probably A. I like Altaria. It's a very innocent looking dragon type, but it actually can be pretty threatening. Well, its mega form is threatening. Its base form is pretty. It's not that strong, but its base form is definitely pretty. So I like Altaria. Zangoose is pretty cool. I like Zangoose. Seviper is kind of, it's just kind of like a lesser Arbok. Some people might think it's a better Arbok, but to me it's just lesser Arbok because like Arbok did it first. And even then I feel like Arbok, I think I put Arbok in C in the Gen 1 video. But even then it's just eh. Lunatone and Solrock are just kind of eh. They're just kind of, I don't know. They're just kind of, yeah, they're literally just a gimmick. It's just Sun and Moon Pokemon. Wow. I don't know, it's fine. Barboach is fine. Whiscash is fine. A lot of fine Pokemon in this generation. Corphish, I like Corphish. I don't know. Something about Corphish is, it's cool. And Crawdon is, I also like Crawdon quite a bit. Baltoy, I don't know. There's something about the Baltoy line that I don't really vibe with. I don't really vibe with them. Lileep is fine. Cradily is fine. Anorith is fine. Armaldo is kind of cool. Is kind of cool. I like Armaldo. Wow, we're actually going at a pretty quick pace with this one. Kind of surprised because there's quite a bit of Pokemon in this generation. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm going over every Pokemon that was introduced in this generation. That includes all forms on an individual basis for each of the Pokemon that has them. We're gonna see that in a second here. And yeah, and you know, obviously in the generations that introduce like other forms of Pokemon, like Alolan forms and Mega Evolutions, we're gonna be ranking those on an individual basis too. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Feebas is fine. Milotic is pretty cool. Okay, so now we're getting into the cast forms. So we're doing all 4 forms. So we're doing the base form, the water form, the ice form, and the sun form. And, fun fact, they're all going, cast form regular is going in D, and the weather forms are going in C. Now you may be asking why. So I think cast form is a cool concept, the idea of like a Pokemon that changes with the weather. Obviously, weather was introduced in this generation, so they had to, it was inevitable that we were gonna get a Pokemon that like represents that like gimmick, right? And I think cast form on a standalone basis is pretty, like, I wish it was better, you know, because it is kind of a cool concept. I think its weather forms, you know, they're cute and they're neat. They're kind of neat, but like its base form is just, yeah. So that's why I'm placing them there. Kecleon is just fine. I don't know. It's an interesting idea where it like changes type with the environment. I mean, like obviously it's a chameleon, so like it makes sense. So it's okay. Shuppet is okay. Bayonet's okay. Duskull is okay. Dusclops is okay. Tropius is fine. I don't like Chimecho. I don't like Chimecho. That's all I'm gonna say for that. I like Absol quite a bit. I think Absol's A. Absol's up there for me. Absol's A. Wynot is less annoying to me than Wobbuffet. So like, here's the thing. I know I say I don't like baby Pokemon when they're added to like Pokemon that didn't need it, but Wobbuffet was so like weird to me. Like, I don't know, like for some reason it doesn't bother me that they added a baby form to Wobbuffet, because I think it's pretty cute, and like to me I almost feel like Wobbuffet was like incomplete without a baby form. I know that must sound weird, but like that's just like how I feel about it. And I feel like if they had introduced Why Not in Gen 2, like I would have been fine with it. And here, I'm fine with it. I don't know. I'm really weird. I'm really weird with this specific opinion. But for some reason, Why Not is just like, it's just like fine to me. I don't know. Very weird opinion, but whatever. Snorunt is fine. Glalie is fine. Actually, Glalie is kind of ugly. So do I want to put it lower for that reason? Yeah. Yeah, I will. Because it's kind of ugly. Spiel is cute. I really like Spiel. Walrein and Walcelio are fine. Clamperl is kind of lame, but its evolutions are fine. Relicanth is fine. Luvdisc sucks. Luvdisc is only, actually, yeah, no, Luvdisc goes an F regardless. I was going to say Luvdisc is only good for getting heart scales in the games. But even with that factor, it's just kind of lame. It's very lame. Bagon is a solid B. Shogun is a solid B. Salamence, let me tell you something about Salamence. Salamence is a solid B. For me, I don't know. I think a lot of people like Salamence, and I like Salamence, but I don't like it a whole bunch. Beldum is fine. Metang is fine. Metagross. I think Metagross is probably an S tier for me. I really like Metagross. I think it's very threatening. It's very, like, the fact that it's like a robotic, like, little, like, monster. Like, it's threatening. Like, if you were to see one in real life, you'd shit your pants. And I just think Metagross is pretty cool. So Metagross goes an S. Regirock, the whole Regi trio is just fine. I think they're a cool concept, but they're just kind of eh. Latios and Latia, I think both Latios and Latias go in B for me. I like both of them quite a bit. So between Kyogre and Groudon, I think I like Groudon a little more. I don't really know why though. I can't pinpoint a reason why I would like Groudon more. I just like it more. I don't really know. I think Groudon's probably an A for me, and Kyogre's probably a B. I like them both. I like both of them, but Groudon's a little bit more. And I don't really know why. Rayquaza is an A. I think Rayquaza is pretty badass. And now we have what, Jirachi. Jirachi is just okay. It's just kind of, it's a cute, like, cool idea, you know, where it's like it grants wishes and shit. Like, that's kind of cool, but like, that's just kind of eh. Deoxys, I actually like the concept of Deoxys, like a DNA Pokemon that like changes and like you can morph it and shit. Like that's kind of cool, and it's like from space. I don't know. I like that concept. I think I think I'm gonna put it in A. And do I want to put its 3 forms in A? I mean, probably. I feel like I should, right? Yeah, they're gonna go in A. All the Deoxys forms go in A. Yeah. So there you go. There's my Gen 3 tier list. Not a lot of Pokemon that I feel super strongly about in this one. You know, only Mudkip and Metagross, I guess, are S tier for me. All the other ones, you know, I said what I said. You know, these opinions are subject to change. Remember that. I don't know if I clarified that in the last video. I don't know. These opinions are subject to change. I might not feel this way exactly about these Pokemon tomorrow, and that's okay because opinions can fluctuate, and that's fine. All right, so, but right now, for now, this is my ranking. Feel free to let me know what you think about it. If I placed a Pokemon in a low tier that you really like, feel free to hate on me in the comments. You know, I encourage it, actually. I really want you guys to just roast me and just give me what I deserve, which is hate. But with that being said, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out the other Pokemon tier list videos if you haven't already. And, you know, until next time, gotta rank them all. I remembered to say it this time. Awesome. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. So if you didn't already know, I am on a quest to rank every single Pokemon ever. And you know, I've been doing this in several different videos based on generation. So you know, I did a Generation 1 tier list, a Generation 2, Generation 3, and now we're doing Generation 4 in this video. So you know, go watch the other tier lists if you haven't already. But if you don't want to, then you don't have to. You can just watch this one. You got to watch at least one of them, though. Come on. So yeah, this is the Generation 4 tier list. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I'm going to be going over every single Pokemon that was introduced in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and that includes any noticeable form differences within a certain Pokemon or family of Pokemon. So, and you'll be seeing what I mean very soon. So make sure to like and subscribe or whatever. I hope you enjoy the list, and let's get started. I'm going to be giving a little bit of commentary for each Pokemon on why I'm placing them in a certain place, but you know, hopefully not too much, because otherwise we'd be here for a while. So let's get freaking started. So Turtwig's actually my favorite of this trio of starters. And I think it's going to probably be A. It's the first one that I chose when I played a Gen 4 game. Grottle's fine. Grottle's probably... Grottle's B. Grottle is B. No, Grottle's C. Grottle's kind of... Torterra, though. Ooh, I almost want to put Torterra in S, dude. I really like Torterra. I think I am going to put Torterra in S. I really like Torterra. I don't know. It's up there for me. It's a very good starter. You know, Chimchar is good. Chimchar's good. Monferno's eh. You know, the middle stages are usually eh. Infernape is dope. I like Infernape a lot. Piplup is okay. The whole Piplup line is kind of eh for me. I like Piplup though. Piplup's cool. What's the middle one? Prinplup. Prinplup is fine, is okay. Empoleon's okay. It's just kind of, it's a B. It's a B. I like it enough. Starly, the whole Starly line is really dope. In the last tier list video, I said that the Talo line was like the coolest regional bird trio, like of that like when it was introduced, because you know, other than Talo, we had like Pidgey and Spearow and Hoo-Hoo, and they weren't as cool as the Talo line. But the Starly line is freaking awesome. I really like the Starly. I think Starly's probably A. Staravia is also A. I don't know. I like the middle stage of this particular line. And Staraptor, I think Staraptor's S. I'm a really basic bitch. I really like Staraptor. It's just really badass and really threatening in the right circumstances. Bidoof is like above S. No, I'm kidding. No, I like Bidoof though. I don't know. Bidoof either gets a lot of hate or a lot of love, and in my case, it's a lot of love. So Bidoof is A. Bibarel is probably B because it has like a dirt. They both have like a derpy quality to them, and I like a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon. I'm gonna say that right now. I do have a lot that are stinkers for me though, and we'll see that. Speaking of stinkers, we got the Kricketot line. Yeah, Kricketot and Kricketune are probably both D. I don't like weak bug Pokemon. I've said that countless times, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't like weak bug Pokemon, so they're going in D. The Shinx line is dope. I think Shinx is B. Luxio is also B. And Luxray is A. Yeah, I really like them. Bidoo's kind of lame. But Roserade is a solid A. I like Roserade quite a bit. Cranidos is fine. Rampardos is fine. They're okay. Shieldon's ugly. Bastiodon's uglier. So they're going there. The whole Burmy, so we got Burmy Plant Cloak, Burmy Sand Cloak, and Burmy Trash Cloak, and then we got those same versions for Wormadam. I think they're all D for me. They're just kind of dumb. Actually, do I want to put them in F? Do I hate them that much? I don't know if I hate them that much. They're all gonna go in D. They're all gonna go in D. Mothim is dumb. We have so many lame bug flying types. I'm gonna put it in F. I think it's dumb. I don't like Mothim very much. Combi is fine. It's definitely not the best B Pokemon, but it's fine. Vespiquen can be pretty intimidating. Actually, no. Vespiquen's gonna go in C, and Combi's gonna go in D because we already had a dope B Pokemon, and then we got a weak B Pokemon, and you know. Beedrill's just better. So that's that. Pachirisu is a Pikachu clone that I actually kind of vibe with. It's cute, you know. I think it's hilarious that, you know, I don't remember who or what year it was, but someone won a Pokemon World Championships competition with a Pachirisu on their team, and they made it work very well, and I think that that's very impressive. And I think for that reason, I've just had like a appreciation for Pachirisu. So I think I'm gonna put Pachirisu. I'm gonna put Pachirisu in B. I like Buizel and Floatzel. I think I like Buizel a little bit more though. I think Buizel's gonna go in B and Floatzel's gonna go in C. Cherubi is fine. Cherum is fine. Cherum Plant, or what is it called? That's Overcast form, and this is Sunny form, I think. Sunny form is cute. Sunny form goes in B. The Shellos line is fine. Gastrodon's fine. Ambipom, so I'm not the biggest fan of Apom. Ambipom, it's fine. I don't remember where I put Apom, but Ambipom is fine. Drifloon is creepy, but I think it's funny. I think it's kind of cool. Actually, no, Drifloon goes in B because I think it's creepy and really messed up. But I don't know why, but that makes me like it. It's so messed up to say. I don't know. Drifloon is kind of funny to me. Just it's such a dark aspect of Pokemon. Pokemon has so many instances of like really unnecessarily dark elements for a kid's game, and that's an example of one. The whole fact that like Drifloon will carry off little children and like seemingly you know, supposedly to kill them, right? So like that's freaking creepy and messed up, and there's something about that I just love. So Drifloon is going to be, and Drifloon is in C. Baneri is fine. Lopunny, I don't like overly sexualized Pokemon. I mean, like, besides, like, I guess, like, Gardevoir, because I ranked Gardevoir pretty high in the last video. But Baneri or Lopunny's just uncomfortable. I don't really like Lopunny. Mismagius is pretty dope. Mismagius goes in B. Honchkrow goes in A. I quite like Honchkrow. Glameow is lame cat. Lame cat. Actually, Glamour goes in D. Per Ugly goes in C because there's something about how dumb Per Ugly is that is just funny to me. Chingling is F. I hate Chingling. I hate when they add unnecessary baby Pokemon. And I already didn't like Chimecho, and then we got a freaking baby for it instead of an evolution for Chimecho. Like, what is that? That doesn't make sense. So Chingling is F. Sorry if I'm getting a little passionate. I just, you know, I have these thoughts. Stunky is it's fine. Skuntank is fine. Bronzong is fine. Bronzor is fine. Bronzong is fine. Bonsly, not the biggest fan. Mime Jr., not the biggest fan. Actually, I'm gonna put Mime Jr. in F. I don't know, man. I don't like unnecessary baby. Same with Happini. Bonsly is not as offensive to me, but it's definitely still pretty low. Chatot is also pretty lame. I think the whole concept of like you yell, like for what is this move called? Chatter, where you like speak into the microphone and that's like how the move works. I think that's kind of interesting, but it's just so gimmicky also and not that impressive when you get down to it. So Chatot is D. Spiritomb is kind of cool. Spiritomb is C. Yeah, Spiritomb is C. Gible, I like the Gible line. I like Gible and Gabite, and then Garchomp is obviously pretty up there. I'm basic. What can I say? Munchlax. So here's the interesting thing about Munchlax. Munchlax is obviously a Pokemon, a baby Pokemon of a Pokemon that we already knew. And, you know, I really like Snorlax. I don't find Munchlax very offensive. I don't know. There's something about it. Like, I don't mind it. I think the whole, like, the Snorlax line is complete. It's kind of in the same way that I feel about the Wobbuffet line. Like, I feel like Wobbuffet almost did need a baby Pokemon to feel like a complete line. You could say that about a lot of these, though. You know, you could say that Chansey was a weird base form. You could say that Sudowoodo was a base form. It was a weird base form. You could say that they needed baby Pokemon. I don't feel that way. I feel that way about Snorlax, but I don't feel that way about the other ones. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a weird person. What can I say? I think Munchlax is B for me. I like Munchlax. Riolu and Lucario are dope. I think Riolu is a B and Lucario is an A. I'm a pretty basic bitch, man. I don't know what to tell you. Hippopotas is a B. I like Hippopotas, and I like Hippowdon. I don't know why they're so high. I don't know. They're just like they're interesting to me. I don't know. I don't know if I would say interesting, but they're like, I just like them. I like them. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry, okay? If you're looking for answers, I don't got them. Skorupi is fine. Drapion is kind of cool. I like Drapion. Croagunk is fine. Toxicroak is fine. They're just both fine. Let's see. We got Carnivine. Carnivine's kind of Actually, Carnivine's fine. Carnifine. Finneon and Lumineon are lame. I don't really like them. Same with Mantine. It's just kind of lame. Actually, I feel like Mantine. No. Mantine is dumb. Snover and Abomasnow. I actually quite like the Abomasnow line. I keep on saying this. People are gonna get annoyed by how often I say this, but I don't really know why. I don't really know why I like them. Okay, I think Abomasnow is kind of cool and kind of threatening looking, and I mean, like, when you actually use it, it's pretty weak because it's like a horrible typing. But I don't know. Like, if I saw one in real life, I'd probably be very scared. I'd probably piss myself because it's pretty intimidating. Weavile is top tier. I really like Weavile. I already liked Sneasel, and Weavile just elevated my love for the Sneasel line even more. So I really like Weavile. Magnezone is fine. It's okay. Licky kind of sucks. Lickitung was already a Pokemon that like didn't really need to exist, and then Licky was just like, hey, here's an evolution for that stupid Pokemon. So, you know, for that reason, Licky is F. Rhyperior, some people really hate Rhyperior. I like it. I like Rhyperior, you know? Tangrowth is It's just Electivire is pretty dope. Magmortar is fine. Togekiss, I like Togekiss quite a bit. It's pretty strong, and you know, it's pretty cute also, and that's a combination that I quite like. cute and strong. So, Yanmega is awesome. I really like Yanmega because it's pretty good. I think it's really fast. It obviously has speed boost as an ability that just makes it faster and faster, and it can get pretty intimidating. And it made Yanma worth catching. Simple as that. Leafeon is fine. Glaceon's Glaceon's probably my least favorite. Like, I just feel like they could have made it cooler. Haha, no pun intended. But yeah. Gliscor's pretty dope. I like Gliscor. Mamoswine's awesome. I like Mamoswine a lot. I think the Piloswine, Swinub Piloswine really needed a final form, and Mamoswine just completes the trio perfectly. Porygon Z is fine. The whole Porygon line is fine. Gallade is really dope. I feel like Gallade might be S for me. I really like Gallade. Gallade is just a cool Pokemon. Probopass is fine. I think it's kind of funny looking, and so yeah, it's fine. Same with Dusknoir. Dusknoir's fine. Frostlass is fine. Okay, so now we're with the Rotom forms. So, the Rotom. So I don't know. Do I really have like differing opinions for these? I'm like actually trying to figure that out right now. Because I don't feel like I do. I feel like I feel pretty much the same about all of them. But where do I feel about all of them? That's the question I'm trying to ask myself right now. I think the concept of Rotom is pretty cool. No, you know what? I do feel differently about some of them. I think Rotom is a B. I think Rotom as a concept is a B tier Pokemon because I think it's cool. I think it's cool how you can like switch. You can make it go into different electrical appliances and it changes its typing and the moves it learns. I think that's cool. That's a cool concept. In execution, Fan is nah. Refrigerator is fine. Oven is fine. Lawnmower is. I think I like Lawnmower, and then Wash is just annoying because it's really good and a lot of people use it, and it's just like, man, stop using it. it's too good. Actually, I'm gonna put the Oven form in B. I don't know. The Lake Trio. I think I like Uxie probably the least, and I like Mesprit, and I like Azelf up here. Dialga and Palkia. So between Dialga and Palkia, I definitely like Dialga more. I think Dialga is A, but Palkia is still pretty cool. So Palkia is B. Heatran is fine. It's pretty inoffensive to me. It's just kind of eh. It's kind of a cool, like, Pokemon of the volcano is kind of a cool concept. Regigigas, I really like Regigigas as a concept. Even with its, like, crappy ability, I think, like, having, like, a King of the Golems, like, that's pretty dope. So Regigigas is B. Okay, so now we got the Giratina forms. So the regular Giratina form is B for me, but the origin form Giratina is A. I think it looks pretty menacing. Cresselia is fine. It's just fine. Fion, I don't like Fion. I really like. It's just so pointless to have. Like, it's cool. Okay, right? Like Manaphy's cool, right? I like Manaphy. I actually do. I think I'm gonna put Manaphy in B. But Fion is so weird to me because, like, it's a cool concept, the fact that they have, like, a legendary that you can breed, because usually you can't, right? But Fion is so lame. Like, it's just a worse Manaphy. That's all it is. Like, you basically have no reason to actually breed Manaphy because you get such a crappy Pokemon out of it. So it's just down there for me. It's like, it's equivalent to adding a useless baby Pokemon, but it's just a useless Pokemon that you get from breeding. Like, I'd much rather if you just got more Manaphy's at that point. Darkrai's pretty dope. Darkrai's B. Actually, no, Darkrai's A. I like Darkrai. It's pretty cool. Shaman is a B, and it's Skyform. Oh, it's Skyform. Do I like it Skyform more or less? I feel like a lot of people would be like, oh, obviously I like it more. But I don't know. I think that Shaman, the regular form of Shaman, has like a cuteness factor that the Skyform doesn't. Because the regular form is it's like a little puffy hedgehog, right? But the Skyform is, it's cool, but it's not cute to me. I don't know, man. I think, I think Skyform is just fine. I don't know. I like the base form more. And finally, we got Arceus or Arceus or whatever, however you pronounce it, the god of all Pokemon. How do I feel about the god of all Pokemon? I mean, obviously, it's really good, right? It's really strong. It can be any type you want it to be. It learns a lot of good moves. It's a B. It's a B Pokemon. And that's how I feel. And I'm sorry if you don't like that. I'm sorry if you don't like any of these opinions, but I'm not that sorry because these are my opinions. And why would you watch this video if you didn't want to hear my opinions? I feel like obviously that's why you would want to watch a tier list video, right? So with that being said, guys, this is my official Gen 4 tier list. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts about all these Pokemon. Let me know if I ranked a Pokemon that you really like really low. I want to know specifically if I did that so I can laugh at you for liking such an awful Pokemon. No, you know, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And, you know, as I said in the beginning of the video, and I was going to say it again, make sure to check out the other tier list videos if you haven't already and see how I feel about all of them. Remember, I am on a quest to rank every single Pokemon ever, and I will get there. But right now, just finished the Gen 4, and I hope you liked it. You know, until next time, gotta rank them all. I'll see you guys next time. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. So in case you didn't already know, I have this kind of ongoing series that I've been doing on this channel, in which I've been ranking every single Pokemon by generation, and eventually I want to get to the point where I have ranked every single Pokemon in existence, but obviously, you know, I don't want to do all of them in one video, so I've been doing them by generation, and yeah, you're probably aware of this if you're watching any of these videos. But yeah, today we're going to be ranking the Generation 5 Pokemon. So yeah, if you care to hear my opinions about Generation 5 Pokemon, this is the video for you. If you don't, you should still watch the video anyway, just because, you know, why not? Why not watch it? But yeah, if you're enjoying these tier list videos, leave a like, you know, maybe leave a suggestion for another gaming related thing to make a tier list out of, if you can think of any. But you know, other than that, all that stuff, let's get into the tier list. All right, so first things off the bat to just discuss about Generation 5. There's obviously the most amount of Pokemon in any generation in this generation. And so, you know, what that means is that there's a lot of good Pokemon in this generation, but there's also a lot of stinkers. And, you know, obviously we're gonna get into which ones are the stinkers, in my opinion, you know, very soon as we go along here. But let's get started with obviously the first Pokemon of this generation, Victini. So it's kind of weird what this generation did. They had like a number 0 Pokemon in the regional Pokedex, and that was Victini, which you could only get through events. It's kind of interesting that they decided to do that, but you know, sure. And you know, honestly, I was one of the people that actually did the Victini event. I remember what I first got into Pokemon, like right before Black and White came out, and the Victini event was like the first one that they did, and so I kind of have like a special place in my heart for Victini. And I remember watching the Victini movie as a kid, and like I feel like I kind of liked it. I mean, it was a Pokemon movie, and I was a kid, so I probably liked it to an extent just because it was a Pokemon movie. But I don't know. I'd probably rank Victini at like a B, maybe A. It's between B and A. I have a sentimental attachment to Victini. It was like one of the first like legendaries I ever got in any capacity by doing that GameStop Pokemon event in like 2011. So you know, and I like Victini. It's a cute Pokemon. So like, I like it. And it has a unique typing. Yeah. Okay. I've convinced myself that it's A. A tier. Okay. I should probably, you know, move along here because I you know, I don't want to spend this much time on every Pokemon. Okay, so Snivy. You know, Snivy's okay. Snivy is a B. It's fine. Servine's probably I don't know. The middle stages, they're just kind of weird. In fact, I feel like Snivy's probably low. Superior is probably a B for me. I have kind of a weird attachment to Superior because I've used it a lot in competitive Pokemon, and it has a really good ability in Contrary, which increases stat boost that would normally be lowered. Not going to go too much into that, but yeah, basically, I like Superior. It's a decent Pokemon to me. Tepig, I like Tepig. I like Tepig around the same amount as Superior. It's a cute Pokemon. Pignite, I feel like Pignite's kind of funny looking, so that kind of makes me like it. You know, or it's on the same wavelength as Snivy. Emboar is fine. Yeah, it's just another firefighting type. We've had so many of these. At this point in the franchise, we had so many firefighting starters that it kind of got old. So, and I feel like a lot of people share that sentiment. So, Oshawott is definitely like my favorite starter, one of my favorite starters of all time. I remember I picked Oshawott in Black and White. I always really liked it. I liked it in the anime. Ash's Oshawott. Just a cute Pokemon. Duwat's probably like an A. And then Samurott, yeah, Samurot's also an A. But Oshawott, top tier. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the stinkers that I was talking about earlier. Patrat is pretty much an F for me. It's just like an early game, you know, bad Pokemon. Its evolution is not any better. I mean, like, you know, technically it is better stat-wise, but like, it's just the whole line sucks. Lillipup, I decently like Lillipup. It's okay. Herdier, same idea. Actually, Herdier kind of has more of a charm to me because it actually does kind of look like a dog that you would own. Not that Lillipup doesn't look like a dog, but like it just looks like a nice caring, like a nice protective dog. And I love dogs. So Stoutland's kind of funny looking. Stoutland's Stoutland's C. I don't know. I just like Herdier the most. It just looks like you could see it being like a pet easily in the Pokemon world. Like obviously the Lillipup is like a puppy, and then Herdier is like more so like the adult dog, and then Stoutland's obviously like the big dog. But like I like Herdier is basically what I'm saying. Wow, I'm being really wordy in this video. I should probably not be so wordy because we have a lot of Pokemon to cover. Okay, so Purloin is a D, and Liepard is also a D. They're just like, they're not too offensive to me, but they're just kind of like, Pokemon. All of the monkeys don't really do it for me. I think Pansage is probably my favorite just because of the anime, but even then, it's still just like a C. Simisage is, I don't really like Simisage. Panseer is pretty low. Actually, all of the monkeys, they're just low tier Pokemon to me. Muna. I feel pretty neutral about Muna. It's not really offensive to me. It's not really inoffensive to me. Musharna, same idea. They're just kind of like middle of the road. P-Dove is a lame bird Pokemon. There's so many other better bird Pokemon. P-Dove is a D. Tranquil's also a D. And then Unpheasants, they're just, the whole line is just a D tier. Blitzel, I like Blitzel decently enough. Yeah, it's a C. And then I think Zebstrika is a B. I quite like Zebstrika. I think Zebstrika is the only zebra Pokemon we have currently. And it's a pretty good zebra Pokemon. I wish it was better, like stat-wise, but like, and move pool-wise. But other than that, like, yeah, I like how it looks. So, Roggenrola is just kind of a rock. I don't know. It's just a rock with legs. And then Boldor is the same idea. Gigalith, on the other hand, Gigalith is pretty cool. I like Gigalith quite a lot. A lot of my love for Pokemon comes in the final evolutions, usually. Except when it comes to starters. For whatever reason with starters, I feel like I tend to like the base stages the most. But with a lot of these Pokemon, they just have like cool final evolutions. A lot of Gen 5 Pokemon specifically. Woobat is kind of dumb, and same with Swoobat. Drillbur is fine, but Excadrill, I quite like Excadrill. I think Excadrill is an A. Audino is annoying. The only good part about Audino, and I mean this literally, the only good part is how much EXP you can get from fighting them in the wild. It really helps with not having to grind in the Gen 5 games. So that is the only redeeming factor of Audino. Other than that, it's annoying to fight. It's so bulky. It's like the Chansey of this generation. It's just like I just see it as like a Pokemon to grind EXP on. Timber is kind of weird, but it doesn't really offend me too much. Girder, same idea. Conkeldurr, I like Conkeldurr. Something about, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I feel like maybe I'm not actually no. I don't like Conkeldurr too much. I mean, not that I don't like it. It's just like kind of to me. The whole line is just Timpole is fine. Palpitoad, okay, or wait, what is that called? Yeah, it's called Palpitoad. Yeah. There's something about Palpitoad that I find like more appealing than Timpole. But that being said, I'm not gonna rank it higher. I don't know. There's something about it that like it looks kind of goofy to me, but I can't confidently put it in B tier. It's not that great. If I was gonna have it higher than the others of its line, I'd have to put Timpole in D. But I don't really dislike Timpole. Okay, you know what? The whole line is going to C. I'm sorry. They're just middle of the road Pokemon. I like Palpitoad a little bit more, but not enough to put it above them in terms of tiers. Throw and Sock, I honestly am not the biggest fan of Throw and Sock. They're just kind of like filler Pokemon to me. Like, it's just like, we needed, Machamp clones, or like, no, Hitmonlee and Hitmontop clones for this generation, because they didn't, at least in like the main story, you didn't have access to any of the older Pokemon, so they were just like, we need replacements for every, normal Pokemon from like the Gen 1 games. So, not that these are abnormal, I don't know what I'm saying, but we need like replacements or like equals that would like be similar to the Gen 1 Pokemon. So let's just invent these completely like, like pretty much useless filler Pokemon. It's just like there's a lot of those in this generation. Sewaddle, I like Sewaddle. I don't know, I might even put it in B. No, I'm not. I can't do that. Okay, one thing about this generation that I really like, and we're gonna see a lot more of but they introduced so many strong bug Pokemon, and some of those end up being like my favorites. But I hate all the weak bugs of like other generations because they're just so pointless. Like, there's no reason to use them. They're just kind of like filler. Like, usually they're like 3 stages, so you have to get all 3 stages, which means you have to evolve them. Not that they're hard to evolve, because they usually evolve early, but they're just annoying to have to get, and they're not good, so you don't use them. You just catch them for the sake of it. But these Pokemon, I would use some of the bug Pokemon in this generation, if not all of them. Like, the Sewaddle line, I quite like. Leavanny is really freaking good. It's not like the best bug of this generation, but it's pretty freaking good. The whole Venipede line, I actually really like the Venipede line. I think Venipede and Whirlipede are in B, and I think Scolipede is in A. I really like Scolipede. I think they did a really good job with like just designing, not designing necessarily like physically, but like just like conceptualizing like its move pool and its stat spread and its abilities. It's just like I like it a lot. I like Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede. That's what it goes, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so Cottonee and Whimsicott, not too keen on them. They're just kind of for me. Petalil and Lilligant, same idea. They're just kind of like, they're Pokemon that exist. Basculin, I have both forms of Basculin here. I'm ranking every Pokemon and also every form of a Pokemon. Just so you know, I'm gonna be that thorough in these. Just in case you weren't already aware. In terms of the Basculins, I don't really have a preference over the blue stripe or the red stripe. I know that there's technically differences to them, but like, I've never been a big like user of Basculin. that like I would care over like the little differences between the two forms. So like I think they're just C for me. Like they're basically like the Magikarp of this generation to me. But like I feel like they are better than Magikarp. Obviously they're fully evolved, so like there's nowhere to go from Basculin in this generation. We'll get into that at some point. But yeah, in this generation they're just kind of eh. In fact, I'm almost tempted to put them in D because they're so like they're almost so like important to me that they're almost like offensive how non-important they are. You know what? For the hell of it, blue stripe goes in D, red stripe goes in A or C. Yeah, sure. Sandile, I quite like the Sandile line. I really like Sandile. Krokorok is eh. I don't know. There's something about Krokorok that's just like kind of like I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't like it as much. Sandile's cute, and the final evolution Krookodile is cool. So Krookodile goes in A. But Sandile is in B, and Krokorok is in C. Darumaka. Darumaka is pretty cute. Darumaka is pretty cute. Yeah, it's cute. I put it in B. Zen mode form is kind of, I don't know. I think it's cool, the idea of how like Darmanitan has this really, like when it has its hidden ability, it has this like really weird form difference that its stats are just completely flipped, and it's interesting. It's an interesting concept to me, but it does not work well for me in execution. It just doesn't. So, but regular Darmanitan I quite like. I think I'm actually gonna put Darmanitan in B. I'm gonna put Darumaka in C because yeah. Maractus is kind of just eh. In fact, no, it's D. I don't know. We already have a cactus Pokemon. We already had a cactus Pokemon. I get that they introduced it mainly because there was a whole desert area in Black and White, but come on. If you're going to use a cactus Pokemon, use Cacturne. It's so much better. Okay, we're going to have to zoom out a little bit. What is that Pokemon? Dwebble and Crustle. Dwebble's fine, and Crustle's fine. I don't really have too strong of an opinion on them. Same with the Scrafty line. Actually, I like Scrafty. Do I want to put it in B though? I feel like putting a Pokemon in B gives like it's almost too much praise. Also, notice how I haven't put any Pokemon in S besides Oshawott. I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know. Scraggy. I liked Scraggy in the anime. I remember I watched a lot of the Black and White anime. So a lot of my memories with certain Pokemon are tied to that anime, you know, especially if they were like on Ash's team. Like those were just the ones that I remember the most. But yeah, Scraggy was on Ash's team. I remember it being kind of funny, like kind of a funny like comic relief Pokemon character. Would I put it in B? You know, okay, I'm just gonna put it in B. No, I'm gonna put it in C. I'm sorry, I'm very indecisive right now, but it's because like I'm kind of having to like think through my like judgment of these Pokemon really fast because I don't want this video to be like, you know, hours long. So it's kind of hard. But I think right now they're just going to go and C because right now they're not really, both Scraggy and Scrafty aren't really popping out to me. Sigilyph is kind of, it's annoying. Actually, I remember fighting Sigilyph in Black and White a lot and just getting, like I remember I died to a Sigilyph a couple times because it was like, I don't know, it had just a really annoying strategy that the CPUs would use with it. Yamask is really sad, and so I can't really confidently put it anywhere below C because of how freaking sad the whole story behind like why it carries its mask is. Cofagrigus is freaking spooky, and I like it because of that. Tirtuga, what is it called? Tirtuga and Caracosta. They're just fine. I don't know. They're just fine. Arkin and Archeops though, I like Arkin. Arkin's fine. Okay, Arkin's fine. Archeops is cool. I wish that it didn't have such a bad ability, but the Pokemon itself is pretty cool. Trubbish is fine. A lot of people shit on Trubbish obviously because it's like the garbage Pokemon. I don't really have a problem with the fact that it's garbage, like whatever. And then Garbodor is also just kind of, they're just kind of like there's a lot of Pokemon. But what's not an Pokemon is this next one, Zora and Zoroark. I really quite like Zora and Zoroark. I think that they're really just like well-designed Pokemon. I like the whole illusion concept. I think I'm gonna have to put Zora in A and Zoroark in S. I think Zoroark is gonna be our first non-Oshawott S, because I really like Zoroark. Minccino is cute. No, I can't put it that high. Okay, I can't. I want more Pokemon to be going in B right now, because C is so freaking crowded right now, you can see. But I can't confidently put any of the Pokemon in C any higher. Like, I just can't. I can't put them on the same wavelength as the ones that I have in B right now. Okay, Gothita. Gothita, another case where it's just like, they're just, the whole line is just kind of F for me. Same with the Solosis family. Solosis, Dwosian, and Reuniclus. They're just all ant Pokemon. Like, I don't have much to say about them. Ducklet and Swanna, I don't know, man. They're kind of lame to me. Like, they're just, like, you know, a lot of people will point at a Pokemon and just kind of be like, that's just this animal. And that's what I get with these Pokemon. Like, this, like, Swanna is just a swan. Like, you can't even, like, say, oh, well, it kind of looks, no, like, it's just a swan. It's just a swan. So they're both gonna go in D, because I'm actually getting kind of pissed off right now. Okay, so Vanillite is middle of the road. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I keep doing this, but I don't know what else to say about these Pokemon besides the fact that they're just mid Pokemon. I said it, okay? They're mid. And that's all that I am willing to call them right now. Oh, we have every single Deerling and Sawsbuck form. You know what? All of the Deerling to me are C. And all of the Sawsbuck, except for the winter form, are C. There's something about the winter form that I like. All the other ones are C. Emolga is fine. It's cute. It's kind of annoying, but it's cute. Carablast is... I actually don't really vibe with Carablast too much. I don't know. There's something about the just like its weird like pincer head that I don't really like. But I actually really like Excavalier though. It's another example of like one of the strong bug Pokemon that this generation introduced. Fungus and Amoonguss. Man. They're both C. Actually, no. Amoonguss is a little lower because it's freaking ugly. Frillish and Jellicent. Frillish is a C. And Jellicent, okay, Frillish is so freaking common in Unova, mainly because Unova, while it introduced a lot of new Pokemon, it didn't introduce that many new water types. Because like in other generations, they introduced like tons of water types in each generation. But this one just didn't introduce a lot of like water types that you would typically find in like a pond or like an ocean in the game. So because of that, you constantly find Basculin and Frillish, specifically those two. I remember those two being like, you find them everywhere. And so Frillish and Jellicent to me just represent like, it's just weird to me just how freaking common they're. Not weird, but just like annoying, I guess. It's like, they're like the Tentacool of this generation. Frillish, I mean. That being said, I like Jellicent. But you know, no, actually Frillish is going in D, Jellicent's going in C. Alomomola is kind of dumb. In fact, it's so dumb that I put it in an F. Joltik, I actually like Joltik. I think Joltik is cute. And you know what? I actually really like Galvantula because it's like a cool, good bug Pokemon with like a cool typing, bug electric. And it's way better than freaking Ariados. So it goes there. Ferroseed is kind of weird. And then Ferrothorn is also kind of weird, and I also am a little like miffed by the Ferroseed line just because Ferrothorn is so freaking common in competitive formats. Not that many people that would watch this video would be interested in competitive, but I figured I would just say that because that's my honest opinion on the Pokemon. Okay, we're pretty close to being done. Oh, okay. Clink, Clang, and Clang. They're all D because their names are dumb and they're just kind of dumb. And I don't know, man. Like, I don't really vibe with the whole like, oh, it's 2 gears and then it's 3 gears and then it's 4 gears. Wow, that's so cool. I don't really vibe with that, so they're D. Dynamo Electric, this whole line is just C to me. They're actually not that like prevalent to me. This line specifically, the Electros line, just because like, I don't know. I just don't commonly think of those Pokemon very much. The LGM and BHM line, they're kind of cool because they're like aliens, but like they're still, I just don't care that much about them. I like the Litwick family. I like Litwick. Lampent is a little less cool to me, but Chandelure, dude. Chandelure is where it's at. I really like just like the concept of Chandelure. It has really good typing and coverage to me. It's just like, it's good Pokemon, good Pokemon. The Axew line. Ooh, I like the Axew line. I'm pretty basic in that regard. I like the Axew line. Haxorus. Actually, Axew and Haxorus go in A. Because Axew is cute. Fracture's still pretty cool, but then Haxorus is freaking, tear you up. Jeez, man. Okay, Cubchoo and Beartick. I actually like Cubchoo. I like its like big freaking snot drip. And then Beartick is just kind of eh. It's a polar bear. It's fine. Cryogonal's eh. I mean, it's kind of cool that it's like a sentient snowflake, right? But like other than that, don't have too much to say. Also, I realized that we're getting close to the 30-minute mark. This video will probably be over 30 minutes. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of Pokemon in this generation. And also, I've been talking for a lot of this. So let me get into the freaking... Yeah. Shelmet is fine. Actually, no. Shelmet's D because it's kind of weird looking. The next Excelgor is C. Stunfisk. I actually have a soft spot for Stunfisk. A lot of people shit on Stunfisk, and usually those Pokemon that get shit on a lot. Well, that's not true, because there's a lot of Pokemon that I don't like that get shitted on. But Stunfisk is one of the ones that I've always had kind of like a weird, like, oh, buddy, I know a lot of people hate you, but I like you. I have like that kind of relationship with Stunfisk. So therefore, Stunfisk goes in C. not that high. Mienfoo is fine. Mienshao is fine. Druddigon is fine. Golett is fine. Golurk is pretty cool. Pawniard is fine. Bisharp is cool. Bouffalant is fine. Volibee and Braviary are fine. I kind of want to put, no, I'm going to put Braviary in B. I like, it's a good bird. It's a good bird Pokemon. Volibee and Mandibuzz are fine. Heatmore is fine. I actually like Durant because it's like, again, a strong bug Pokemon. Okay, we're zooming out way too much. God, there's so many freaking Pokemon in this generation, man. The Dino line is fine. I don't find them offensive, but they're not my favorite. Actually, Hydreigon is kind of cool. The Larvesta line, this is the one I've been waiting to get to. I really like the Larvesta line. I think Volcarona is definitely going in S. I think Larvesta, just because it's related to Volcarona, is going in A. Oh my goodness gracious, we are just freaking zooming out as much as we can right now. Okay. Can we like zoom in not in increments of whatever we're doing here? Okay, I guess not. So sorry guys, this is so zoomed out, but it's just because there's a lot of Pokemon in this freaking generation. Okay, we finally got to the legendaries. Yay. Okay, Cobalion. Okay, so the Swords of Justice. Okay, you know what? I think I like Cobalion the most. And then Terrakion and Virizion are just kind of there. They're fine. But I like Cobalion. I don't know if it's steel fighting. It's just like a cool typing to me. But it just looks the coolest out of them to me, personally. Okay, so we have Tornadus and Thundurus. I really don't like the Tornadus, any of the freaking, what do you call them? The genies, the weather genies. But I really don't like their Therian forms. I think that all the genies are just they're kind of eh for me, like, you know, they're whatever. But then their Therian forms, they're all freaking D tier for me, man. Reshiram and Zekrom. Ooh, you know what? I like Reshiram. I have more of an attachment to Reshiram because I had black version. And so Reshiram, I'm going to put it in A. I think Reshiram, I feel like both of them are cool. Like, I don't really feel like one is cooler than the other, honestly, in terms of Reshiram and Zekrom. No, I'm going to put them both in B. They're both cool. I like how they have like the yin and yang thing going on. Their fusion forms with Kyurem are C because they're kind of cool but kind of eh. Actually, I like Black Kyurem. No, I'm not going to put freaking White Kyurem that low. But let it be known that I do like Black Kyurem a little bit more. Regular Kyurem is fine. It's just kind of like eh. Keldeo and its Resolute form, I feel the same way about both of them. Keldeo, I like Keldeo. It's a pretty good Pokemon. And then Meloetta. Meloetta is fine. Its Pierrette form is fine. And then we got all the Genesects. All the Genesects go in C because to me, I don't know why I decided to frickin' tier every single form of every Pokemon because that was definitely not that necessary. But Genesect is a decently cool Pokemon. In fact, no, I'm putting all of the Genesects in B because they're a cool, strong bug-type Pokemon, and I like that. So overall, guys, this is going to be my Generation 5 tier list. Sorry if you can't see it too well, but it's just because there's so many freaking Pokemon in this generation that I can't even fit them all, and I have to zoom out this much just so you can see them all. Sorry about that. Good news is, the next generation that we do will not have this many Pokemon. In fact, I think under half. It'll have under half of this amount of Pokemon. So yeah, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have anything that you disagree with me on, maybe I put your favorite Pokemon in a really low tier, let me know. Or maybe I put a Pokemon that you really hate in a really high tier and you don't like that. Let me know, I wanna know. All right, so with that being said, that's gonna conclude this tier list. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. So this is another part in my series in which I am ranking every single Pokemon by generation. Today, obviously, if you read the title, I'm going to be ranking Generation 6 Pokemon from Pokemon X and Y, specifically. The ones that were introduced in X and Y. Yeah, you get it. So yeah, so I don't know if you guys have seen the other ones. I hope you guys are liking them. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. You know, if you want to hear my opinions on every single Pokemon in existence, you know, you can do that because I'm gonna be saying them on this channel eventually. We're only up to Generation 6, obviously, by this point, but we will get to every single Pokemon eventually. So make sure to stay tuned for those upcoming videos. But right now, we're doing Generation 6. So let's get into Generation 6 Pokemon. Alright, so in the last video, I mentioned how, you know, obviously Generation 5 had a lot of Pokemon, and Generation 6 has very much fewer Pokemon than Generation 5. And in terms of like new Pokemon, it does. What I didn't account for is the fact that I'm also going to be ranking every Mega Evolution in this tier list. So yeah, we basically have almost the same amount of Pokemon as we did in the last video because of that. So good on me for thinking about that. So basically, I hope you guys are ready because we're going to be ranking quite a bit more Pokemon than I thought we were originally going to. But let's get started. Enough chit chat. That's for my second channel, Toniversal Productions. Anyway, so let's get started. Mega Venusaur is the first one we have here. So first things first, just to mention, I quite like Mega Evolution as a concept, and therefore I like a lot of the Mega Evolutions that we got when they were like, you know, a big new concept. And in terms of Mega Venusaur, I like Mega Venusaur. I think I really like that they got rid of its like fire and ice weakness essentially by the ability that it was given. So I just think it's a good Mega. Mega Charizard X is like, how can you not like Mega Charizard X? What's going on with my hair right now? Oh my god. Okay. It's just so cool. The blue freaking fire and the black dragon. It's actually a dragon type. Finally made Charizard a dragon type. So cool. So yeah, Mega Charizard's definitely an A. It might go up to S, guys, eventually. I don't know. We'll see. Mega Charizard Y is just kind of eh. It's just like a more spikier looking Charizard. Mega Blastoise though. Mega Blastoise is also pretty up there. Mega Beedrill. I think Mega Beedrill's an S. I really like Mega Beedrill. They took because see, here's the thing. Mega Evolution as a concept should be taking a old Pokemon that wasn't that good and making it good, right? At least to me, that's what I see Mega Evolution. When Mega Evolution is at its best is when that is happening, right? In the case of like Mega Charizard X, for example, I mean, depending on who you talk to, Charizard might not be like a bad Pokemon. To me, it's not the best Pokemon. Mega Charizard X made Charizard a really good Pokemon, and also Mega Charizard Y. But yeah, and like, you know, all the Kanto starters were kind of eh before it, and now they're like, you know, they're good. Like with the Megas, they're really good. And with Beedrill, man, they really improved Beedrill, and I really like that. They made it freaking fast and powerful as hell. It's freaking scary what Mega Beedrill is capable of. So sorry, I know that was a really long tangent about about one Pokemon, but I had to explain why it's an S, because it's, you know, it's pretty high. It's pretty high ranking for it. Mega Pidgeot is fine. It's just fine. It's a better Pidgeot for sure, but it's just kind of eh. Mega Alakazam, yeah, it's also fine. I think Mega Slowbro is just funny. I just think it looks funny, just like if it's a big ass shell just engulfing its whole body. Mega Gengar is fine. It is a much more creepy Gengar, but other than that, it's just kind of eh. I really like Mega Kangaskhan as a concept. Unfortunately, it was so commonly used when it was like first introduced because of how good it was, that I don't feel like I can rank it too high, because it's so like overused, man. It is really good though, and I really like the concept of Mega Kangaskhan, so it goes in B. Mega Pinsir is freaking awesome. I love Mega Pinsir. I think strong bug Pokemon are like becoming more and more like my, I almost said my kink. They're like my, what is that called? Like, weakness, you know? Or no, I feel like there's another word for it, but they're like, you know, I have a soft spot for them. Like, they're just like, you know, I just really like strong bug Pokemon. Like, they're just like, you know, bug Pokemon aren't usually strong, and these ones are strong. Mega Gyarados is probably B. Actually, no. Yeah, no, it's B. It's a B Pokemon. Mega Aerodactyl is pretty cool. Mega Aerodactyl is probably also a B. It looks pretty cool. I remember hearing about how like Mega Aerodactyl, it's supposed to look like how Aerodactyl would look like in like prehistoric times. I think that's a pretty cool concept. So it's pretty cool. Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, honestly, don't vibe with them too much. I think I like Mega Mewtwo X a little bit more because I kind of like that it like changes typing, and then Mega Mewtwo Y is just kind of a D because it's just kind of like better Mewtwo, but like Mewtwo's already so freaking good. At least with Mega Mewtwo X, you could say like, oh, well, at least it changed its typing and like how you would use it, because usually Mewtwo's like a special attacker and Mega Mewtwo X is a physical attacker. At least that's like pretty different. With Mega Mewtwo Y, it's just like really, really, really strong Mewtwo, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. I do like that Mega Mewtwo Y was like, it was kind of cool how it was like the first like Mega Pokemon we ever were introduced to back when we didn't even know what Mega Evolution was. So that's a whole thing. Mega Ampharos is fine. It's just kind of fine. You know? It's just kind of whatever. Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix is kind of lame to me. Is that weird to say? Like, I don't feel like it's that much of an improvement over regular Steelix. I don't know. If I think about it more, I like how it has like those like floating like pieces of metal around it, right? Like that's kind of cool, but like, would I really want to put it in D? No, I don't dislike Mega Steelix. It's just not like, I just don't like it. Mega Scizor I like. I like Mega Scizor. It's pretty freaking good too. Mega Heracross. I like Mega Heracross because Mega Heracross, I feel like it like made Heracross simultaneously worse, but also somewhat better. Because regular Heracross is really good. Mega Heracross is a lot better in certain ways, but in other ways it's... So yeah, it just goes there. Mega Houndoom is pretty freaking cool looking. But would I put it in B? I was just talking about how like Heracross is kind of and now I'm talking about Houndoom in the same sort of, like I'm putting it in the same place, but talking about it in a better way. This is why tier lists are hard, guys. Excuse me. I'm gonna put Houndoom in A. I think it's cool. I think Mega Houndoom is really cool. Sorry. Oh my god. Went down the wrong pipe. Mega Tyranitar is fine. Regular Tyranitar is probably, I think I like it better. I don't remember where I ranked regular Tyranitar. I don't remember where I ranked the regular form of any of these Pokemon, to be frank. Mega Sceptile is fine. And Mega Blaziken is fine. Mega Swampert is also fine. You know what? No. Mega Blaziken goes in D because Blaziken is so freaking good, it did not need a Mega Form. That being said, you know, all of the Hoenn starters were given Mega Forms, so like, in that regard, if you were going to give a Mega to one, you kind of had to give a Mega to all of them. I think it was kind of weird that they introduced Mega Blaziken in X and Y, and then in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire introduced the other two. Maybe that was like a strategic thing because they wanted to like tease Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I don't know, either way. Mega Blaziken is just, I think it's just too much for me. Like, it's just like, it's too powerful. But the other two are fine. Mega Gardevoir, I like Mega Gardevoir. I think it made Gardevoir a lot better. And Gardevoir is also already pretty decent, but Mega Gardevoir is just that much better. Mega Sableye is just fine. Its big gem is kind of quirky. Mega Mawile, I actually like Mega Mawile. As much as overpowered as Mega Mawile was, or I guess probably still would be if it was still legal, or if you could even still use it. I think it's cool because Mawile was such an underwhelming Pokemon in its base form that it definitely needed a Mega, and it got one, and it's a lot better because of that. Mega Aggron is fine. Mega Manisham is fine. Mega Manectric is fine. It's just a big lightning bolt. It looks kind of goofy, but I kind of like it. Mega Sharpedo is freaking cool. I like Mega Sharpedo. Mega Camerupt is fine. Mega Altaria, I kind of like Mega Altaria because of its typing. Ooh, do I want to put it higher? Yeah, I'll put it in B. I like Mega Altaria. Mega Manette is fine. I like Mega Absol. I like its wings. It's cool, like white wings, and it just looks cool. Mega Glalie is kind of weird. I don't like Mega Salamence. I don't like how it looks like a crescent moon. I just think that looks kind of dumb. And I just think regular Salamence just looks better. So Mega Salamence is going in D. Mega Metagross is freaking scary and will tear you up. I'm almost tempted to put it in S. I think I put regular Metagross in S. I think I'm gonna put Mega Metagross in S. I like Mega Metagross. It did make it a lot more overpowered. Because regular Metagross is already pretty freaking powerful. You slap a Mega Stone on that. Ugh. Ooh, it's a freaking powerhouse. Mega Latios and Mega Latias. I don't even know which one is which here. They're just kind of I actually don't like the fact that they look so freaking similar. Like, there's probably minor differences, but I cannot freaking tell you. Besides the fact that they're, like, obviously in different poses here, I cannot tell you which one is which. I'm guessing that the right one is Mega Latios and the left one is Mega Salamence. Mega Latios. Oh, man. Let's just move on. Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. I would say they're both C to me, because they're not that much cooler than the normal forms to me. They're just kind of like amped up. You know what I mean? Like it's like them at their full power, but like it's not like they really needed to be more powerful, because like I said, because their primal forms are basically just Mega Evolved forms, right? So they're just kind of Like, I don't know, they're just fine. Mega Rayquaza is pretty freaking powerful, but I also think it's kind of dumb that they give it a Mega, because obviously it's so freaking broken. But I guess like they kind of had to give Rayquaza something if they were gonna give Groudon and Kyogre things, so it's fine, it's whatever. Mega Lopunny, oh my god, I can't talk. Mega Lopunny is fine. It's not inoffensive to me. Mega Garchomp, I just think Mega Garchomp is not a great like representation of what I think a better Garchomp should be. I mean, like, I guess I couldn't think of a better design for it, but like, and plus Garchomp is already really good. So like I said, like if you take a Pokemon that was already good and you give it a form that makes it even better, it's pretty less likely that I'm gonna like it a lot. That being said, I did put Mega Metagross in S, so don't take anything I'm saying seriously, apparently. Mega Lucario is fine. It's kind of cool. Mega Abomasnow is also fine. Actually, Mega Lucario goes in B. Don't listen to a word I'm saying. I don't know what my logic is with some of these. I just like some of them better than others. Like, some of them are just cooler to me. Mega Gallade is pretty freaking cool. I already like Gallade, and Mega Gallade is even cooler. Mega Audino is F. I hate Audino. And its Mega form didn't make it better for me. Okay, we got through all the Megas. Now we can finally get to the shit that you came here for. The Generation 6 Pokemon. Sorry it took so long. Oh, my voice is like killing me right now. I've been talking so much. Chespin. Chespin's cute-ish. Chespin is a B. Quilladin is a C. And Chestnut is a C. Because Chespin is arguably the cutest of the Gen 6 starters. And therefore it goes there. That being said, Fennekin, the whole Fennekin line is actually, I think, in the C tier for me. Because I like that they're, okay, I will say this. I like that Gen 6 had like a sort of a RPG like class theme to their starters. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Chestnut is like the rogue. Your name is escaping me. What's your name? Delphox. Delphox, the final evolution of Fennekin, is like a mage, and then Greninja is like the assassin, or like the ninja, obviously. Which I think is that's a pretty cool like design concept, to have all three of them be like based on the class system of like RPGs, right? I think that's pretty cool. Froakie is, I love Froakie. I also like Frogadier, and I really like Greninja. Greninja is just an S tier. I feel like Greninja is just an S tier Pokemon for everyone. I remember when I first got X, I picked Froakie. I didn't know it evolved, like I didn't know what its final evolution looked like. And then I got Greninja and I was like, whoa, this is freaking cool. And then they announced that it was gonna be in Smash Bros. And I was like, no way, that's the Pokemon that I chose for X and Y. Whoa, that's cool. Anyway, yeah, that's why I like Greninja. Moving on. We got Bunnelby. Bunnelby is pretty freaking cute, but Diggersby is ugly, so therefore that's the placement I'm going with. The Fletchling line, Do I like the fletchling line? Yes, I do, but I also feel like they could be better. And also they nerfed Talonflame so much. Its Gale Wings ability was so freaking good in Gen 6, and then they just kind of like ruined it forever in Gen 7. What the frick is going on with my hair, dude? Oh my god. I never know when it's like that until I look at the freaking camera. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Fletchling, the whole Fletchling, I think Fletchling and Fletchinder are in C. Talonflame is in B, because I like Talonflame. Scatterbug, the whole Scatterbug line is just in D. Actually, Vivian, the butterfly, is in C, but the other two are just eh. Litleo, ooh, I like Litleo. I like Litleo and Pyroar. Yeah, no, I like Litleo and Pyroar a lot, actually. I don't know, I feel like we were overdue for like a lion Pokemon, like a real lion Pokemon. I don't know, I feel like we had like another Pokemon that was kind of like a lion. Maybe you could argue that Luxray was like a lion, sorta, right? But like, this is the lion Pokemon, guys, come on. The whole baby line, oh my god, why did I think that it would be a good idea to rank every single freaking form? Like, who in their right mind? Okay. We're gonna put every Flabebe, why did I do this, in the D tier. We're gonna, you know what? No, the whole line's going in the D tier because, like, I don't know. They're just like, I don't think that fondly of the whole Florges line. Oh, why did I do this to myself? Okay, we gotta zoom out so that we can see the whole tier list. Skiddo and Go-Go. I wish that Go-Go was better, because I feel like they made such a big deal about like, oh, you can ride Go-Go. Wow, that's like a new thing that you can do in X and Y. And then that was like the whole appeal of Go-Go. And then like, you know, how often do you think of Go-Go nowadays? Not often. So I don't know, man, but I like Go-Go. I like Go-Go a decent amount. I'm gonna put Go-Go in B. I'm gonna put Skiddo. I'm gonna put Skiddo in B too, because Skiddo's freaking cute as balls. Pancham and Pangoro, I really like them. I think Pangoro goes in A and Pancham goes in B. Furfrou is just fine. Esper and Meowstic, not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan of them. I like how they have like form differences based on their gender. I guess that's kind of cool. Other than that, they're just fine. Ooh, the Honage line. I really like the Honage line. I feel like everyone and their moms like likes the Honage line, but like I can't help it, man. Actually, no. You know what? The whole Honage line goes in A. I think it's they're really cool Pokemon. The Spritzee line goes in D, and same with the Swirlix line because they are just dumb-looking Fairy-type Pokemon. You needed to introduce Fairy-type Pokemon. I understand that. It's like a new type, new and exciting, but really? These are the Pokemon that you introduced? Okay. Inkay and Malamar, I actually like the concept of Inkay and Malamar quite a lot. I like how you have to like turn your 3DS upside down to evolve them, or your Switch. I think that that's just like really funny and unique about them, and it's like, I don't know, they're just kind of, I just like them. Binacle and Barbaracle are simply mid to me. Wow, oh my god, there's so many Pokemon. Okay, Skrelp and Dragalge, I have like a weird soft spot for these Pokemon. Do they both go in that high though? No, Skrelp is C, Dragalge is B. I don't know why. I think it's just because they have like such a unique typing in Poison Dragon. Is Skrelp? I think Skrelp is just pure poison, but Dragalge is definitely Poison Dragon. And at the time, at least, that was a unique typing that we had never seen before. And Dragalge was also really weirdly good in a lot of ways because it had like a really good ability. And I don't know. It's just I think it's good. I think it's a good Pokemon. Clauncher and Clawitzer. Same idea. No, Clawitzer goes in C. I actually like the Helioptile line. I like Heliolisk. I like both of them. I like how they're based on like that lizard that has like the big like, I don't know what you would call it, like those scales that go around its face in like a sun shape, and like they turn that into like an electric type lizard that has, it's like the sun. Like that's cool. I just like that. This is a cool idea. The Tyrant line. Oh, I like the Tyrant line. Yeah, I like the Tyrant line and the Tyrantrum line. Amora and Aurorus are just kind of they're fine. Sylveon, I like Sylveon. Sylveon's a good fairy type, I think. It doesn't look dumb. It looks like it's a fairy type. It's pretty freaking strong. And it's a good Eevee evolution. So I like Sylveon. Hawlucha is cool. I really like Hawlucha. Dedene's fine. It's just a Pikachu clone. Carbink is dumb. I've never really liked Carbink. It's really just meant for like trying to like tie this lore with Diancie. That's all that its purpose is. It's not good. Its typing is weird, and I don't feel like its typing is very good, but I don't know, man. Carbink just doesn't do it for me. The Goomy line, I like the Goomy line. And I really like Goodra. Goodra goes up there. Oh, Goodra might even be an S, honestly. Actually, yeah, no, Goodra is an S. I like Goodra a lot. Therefore, I think I'm going to move Goomy and Sliggoo to A. I just think Goodra, it looks so friendly, but it could freaking tear you up, dude. And I like that about Goodra. I like Klefki decently enough. I think it's kind of funny how everyone shits on it because it's like, oh my god, it's just a freaking pair of keys. Yeah, fun fact. We had Pokemon based on like bells and Pokemon based on food and Pokemon based on freaking garbage. I mean, granted, those Pokemon got shit on too, but come on, man. This isn't like the first time that we've had like a dumb Pokemon concept. And you know what? I don't mind it that much, okay? Moving on. Phantom and Trevenant. I like Phantom and Trevenant. I think they're pretty cool. I like the like possessed tree concept. Wow, I like a lot more Gen 6 Pokemon than I thought I was going to. Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist are just fine. Bergmite and Avalugg are they're just fine. I don't know. They're like one of the only ice types introduced in this generation, huh? Yeah, other than like Amora and Aurorus. Huh. Yeah, and they're just kind of ice types. Like, I don't know. A defensive ice type is not a good type of Pokemon to have. I'll just say that. Noibat and Noivern are fine. Xerneas, I like Xerneas. I can't for the life of me. I could not tell you what the difference between these two forms of Xerneas are. I have no idea. And no, one of them is not the shiny variant. I'm not ranking the shiny variants. Yeah, they're both going to go. That being said, X was my first Gen 6 game. I have a little bit more of an attachment to Xerneas than I do Yveltal, but I think Yveltal is decently cool. Actually, no. Xerneas goes in A simply for the fact that I just think it's cool. I just think it's like a very strong fairy type. Like, you don't typically see, well, okay, there are a lot of strong fairy types, but you know, like, I don't know, to me, Xerneas not only represents like, you know, hopefulness and like, you know, like it's like a beacon of light, but it's also like pretty freaking strong. There's probably a lot more Pokemon that fit that description, but like, I don't know. I just have a sentimental attachment to Xerneas because it's like my, you know, when I played X, and X was such an exciting game to get. Dude, oh my god, in 2013, when it came out, the first 3D main series Pokemon games, freaking crazy. So that's why Xerneas is in A and Yveltal is in B. Thank you for listening. Oh, Zygarde is just Zygarde is Mega Diancie. So Diancie's probably a C. Mega Diancie is just a little bit better competitively. Hoopa, I don't really have that much of an attachment to Hoopa. Same with Hoopa Unbound. And Volcanion, I feel neutral about because I like its type. I like its unique typing, but other than that, don't really have too much to say about it. So yeah, I guess it's gonna conclude my Generation 6 Pokemon ranking. Wow, we went through this one very slowly apparently because I've been recording for it looks like 26 minutes now, but also feels like this went by pretty quickly. Like, I don't feel like I gave each Pokemon that much attention. Well, I must have given certain Pokemon a lot of attention because we've been here for quite a while. Not as long as the Gen 5 tier list, say that much. But other than that, guys, that's gonna be my list. As I always say in these videos, let me know if you disagree at all. I just want to know if I pissed you off in any way, you know? But let it be known that these are the correct opinions to have about these Pokemon. These are the correct tiers to put these Pokemon in. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you got this far, comment down below saying, wow, Mega Ampharos is freaking hairy. Comment that exact comment if you got this far. And if no one comments that, I'm just gonna assume that no one watched this video and I was wasting my time. But thanks, but anyway, I'll see you guys in the next tier list video. Peace. That's how I end my commentary videos. I don't know if that's how I should end these. I'll see you next time. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another tier list video. So today we're going to be continuing my quest to rank every single Pokemon in existence. And the way that we're going to continue that today is by ranking every Pokemon from Generation 7, otherwise known as the Pokemon introduced in Sun and Moon. So Sun and Moon I remember really enjoying those games, and I remember a lot of the Pokemon were pretty unique to me. Like, I just feel like, given the fact that it was like a tropical region, there was a lot more room for like really creative, like never before seen like Pokemon that you would find in that sort of like environment. And so, you know, I'm really excited to get into like just ranking these Pokemon officially, you know. We actually have quite a few, again, like we did in the last one, we have quite a few more to get through than I thought we were going to. But you know what? That's why we're here. We're here to rank all of them. Every single freaking one that you could ever think of. Even form differences for some freaking reason. I don't really know why. Anyway, let's get into it. If you like these videos, make sure to leave a like and, you know, go watch the other tier lists if you haven't. But other than that, let's just get freaking into it. Okay, so to start off, we're not getting into the new Pokemon quite yet. We have the Alola forms to cover first. Not too many though, not nearly as many as we had with the Mega Evolutions, I'll say that much. So first we got Alolan Rattata. So Rattata is just already kind of a mid Pokemon to me, at least that's what I'm thinking right now. Past me might have ranked it differently, but I can't imagine I did. But right now, I'll just say this. I feel like Alolan Rattata is more interesting than regular Rattata, but that might just be because like it's a new form. I'm just gonna put it middle of the road. It's not super inoffensive to me. Mega, did I say Mega? Alolan. If I say Mega by accident, just assume I meant Alolan. Alolan Raichu. Alolan Raichu is pretty high for me. I think it's cool. I like that it turned into a psychic type and just made Raichu more relevant instead of Pikachu for once, right? Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash. They're kind of cute. They're just kind of fine. Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales though are pretty freaking cool. I really like Alolan Vulpix, and Alolan Ninetales is pretty freaking up there too. It might even be an S for me. No, I'm going to put it in S. I think I already really like Vulpix and Ninetales, and Alolan Vulpix is just, or Alolan Ninetales is just freaking, it's so beautiful, so good. I like its typing a lot. It's a really good Pokemon. Diglett and Dugtrio are D. D for Diglett and Dugtrio, wow. I don't know. It's kind of cool how it's like, oh, they're like metallic, you know, follicles, and that's what like forms their hair, but it's not that impressive to me. I don't know what else to say. Alolan Meowth. I think Alolan Meowth and Persian go there as well. The whole Geodude line. Actually, no. You know what? I'm putting the Geodude line in B just because I like that they made the Geodude line more relevant and they gave it like a pretty unique, cool typing in Electric Rock. I like that a lot. And I like Alolan Golem's mustache. I'll just say that. Alolan Grimer is just kind of inoffensive to me, and Alolan Muck is just fine. Actually, no. Alolan Muck is a little bit higher just because I like its like rainbow coloring and like all of the like pieces of trash that have like, you know, materialized on its body. Like I just think it looks cool in game. Alolan Exeggutor. I want to put Alolan Exeggutor in S. Oh, I really do. I'm gonna put it in S. I just think it's freaking hilarious how freaking I love all the memes with it too. And then Alolan Marowak is also very up there because I really like that it's like one of those like fire stick spinning dancers that they have in Hawaiian culture. Greninja. Oh, Ash Greninja. I don't really feel too strongly about Ash Greninja. It's kind of cool that they brought it in from the anime, but it doesn't really make canonical sense. I'll just say that. But like, oh, it's like a Pokemon that came from another universe. As soon as you get like the multiverse involved in the Pokemon world, you can explain anything. Anyway, Zygarde, I believe that's 50% form is the dog. It's fine. I don't really get why it turns into a dog, but you know, sure. And then it's in complete form. Complete form is pretty cool. I wish that they introduced the complete form in like Pokemon Z. I feel like they were gonna do Pokemon Z. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they were gonna do Pokemon Z. They had like all of the pieces there. They were about to do it, and then they were like, no, we need to do a whole new generation because it's gonna be Pokemon's whatever you call it, 20th anniversary, I believe is at the time it was their 20th anniversary. In 2016, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so they were like, no, we need to do a new generation. So they did. And, you know, I like Sun and Moon, so ended up working out. Rowlet is awesome. I love Rowlet. Dartrix is fine. And then Decidueye is freaking cool. My first starters that I ever had in a Sun or Generation 7 game. And definitely still some of my favorites. The Litten line, Litten is fine, and Torracat is fine. Incineroar is also pretty cool, but I don't think I'd rank it in S. The whole Popplio line, I think Brionne goes in C, and then Primarina goes in B. Yeah. They're not bad. And then Picky Peck goes in C, and Trumbeak goes in C. Toucannon, okay, here's the thing. Toucannon is literally just a toucan. That's all it is. Like, it has very little to distinguish it from a regular toucan. Toucan, oh my god. Can't speak. I've been talking so much. I've already, spoiler, or just a little secret to tell you guys. I actually recorded the previous 2 tier list videos right before this one. Don't tell anybody. So my voice is kind of killing me right now, if you can't already tell, because of how much I've been talking. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, it doesn't really bother me that Toucannon looks so generic. I actually think it's kind of charming. So we're gonna put Toucannon in B. I don't know. Yungoos, I like Yungoos. Gumshoos, on the other hand, it's kind of I don't know. Grubbin is simply fine. Charjabug is simply fine. Vikavolt though. Vikavolt is a cool bug type Pokemon, and you guys know how I feel about cool bug type Pokemon. If you don't, because you didn't watch the other tier list videos for some reason, I really like cool bug type Pokemon and strong bug type Pokemon. And Vikavolt falls into the former, not necessarily the latter. I mean, like, it's pretty strong. It's not very fast. I wish it was faster. But it's cool. It's going in A. So, next we have Crabrawler. I like Crabrawler. I actually like Crabrawler and Crabominable decently enough. I don't really have a problem with either of them. A lot of people don't really like Crabominable, but like, I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. You have this crab Pokemon and then it gets adapted to like the colder climate in that like one part of Alola. And then it just, you know, evolves. Like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Right? Kind of cool. Cool. Oricorio. So we have all the oh my god, dude. Oh my god, okay. All the Oricorio forms here. I think I like the Pom-Pom form a little bit more than the other ones. All the other ones are just kind of there, you know? I like how they're all based on different dancers. I like the energy of the yellow one though. Cutify and Rabombi, I like them. I like their unique typing in Bug Fairy. They're pretty cool. Rockruff and Lycanroc, I quite like Rockruff and the Lycanroc forms. I think the Dusk form is my favorite. The Dusk form might even be S, honestly. Yeah, I like that, because typically rock types, you don't see a lot of like fast rock types. And I feel like Lycanroc's whole thing is that it's a fast rock type, and I like that a lot. And the Dusk form is definitely My favorite, I think the Dawn and the, is it Dawn and Dusk form? What did I say? Dawn, Dusk, and no, there's Midday, Midnight, and Dusk. That's what they're called. Okay, yeah. Midday and Midnight go in A. Dusk definitely goes in S. Wishy-Washy. Regular Wishy-Washy is a D. It's just like a dumb fish. Big Wishy-Washy is a C. Or isn't it called Schooling Form? Yeah, I think it's called Schooling Form. Yeah, Schooling Form is in C, just because, like, it's kind of cool. Marini and Toxapex are simply fine. Mudbray and Mudbray is fine. Mudsdale is a B, just because I like how it's like this big, you know, donkey Pokemon. I don't know. It's just kind of, I just vibe with it. Dewpider and Araquanid I actually quite like. I remember I had no idea that Dewpider existed, like, before I started playing the game, and then when I found it in the game, I was like, whoa, that's a new Pokemon that I've never seen. What the frick is that? And then I caught it, and then I evolved it, and it evolved into Araquanid, and I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. And so for that reason, I think Araquanid's actually going to go in A, and Dewpider's going to go in B, just because for that that shock value that I had when I first saw it. Can't really beat that. Fomantis and Lurantis are just fine to me. Morlul and Shiinotic are also fine. Actually, Shiinotic's freaking creepy, dude. Salandit and Salazzle. I like Salandit and Salazzle. Yeah, Salazzle's going in. No, do I want to do that? Do I really want to do that? Do I really want to do that? Yeah, actually I do, because I like the fire poison type. I don't know, there's a lot of Sun and Moon Pokemon that I like. Stuffle and Beware, I like, you know what? I like Stuffle, and then I think Beware might be an S for me, just because I think it's funny. I just think it's funny how it can, like, kill you with its hugs. Like, I've just always found that to be funny. The Bound Sweet line is just fine. The Comfey is also fine. Orangori, oh my god, I can't speak. I'm losing my voice. I might need to, this might have to be the last tier list I record for the night. I was gonna do the Gen 8 one tonight, but I don't think I can. I think I just have to call it a night here. Yeah, Oranguru is a C. Passimian's also a C, I think. Ooh, okay. Here's the thing. Wimpod is a C, right? Golisopod is an A. At least an A. Actually, no. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to change my ranking a little bit here. Golisopod is an S because I really like how cool it is. Beware. You know what? Beware, you can stay an S. I was going to move you down because I wanted to, like, do a little trade-off. But you know what? No, I'm going to keep both of them an S. They're both S tiers to me. Because I really like Beware. I really like how funny, like, cute Beware is, but it's also it'll freaking kill you. And I really like Golisopod because it's like a cool bug Pokemon. And it evolves from a Pokemon that, like, looks so wimpy. It's literally in the name. It's a Wimpod. And then it evolves and it's freaking cool. It's freaking awesome. So that's Golisopod. That's my opinion on Golisopod. Salandit is fine. And your name is escaping me. Palosand is pretty cool. Pyukumuku is kind of dumb. I think it's, I don't know. I don't vibe with it. Type Null is decently cool, and same with Savali. Minior, I like Minior. I like Minior quite a bit. Komala is fine. Let's zoom out a little bit. Turtonator. Turtonator's fine. Togedemaru's fine. Actually, I like Togedemaru. Togedemaru's cute, and I like it. Mimikyu, dude. Oh, if you do not like Mimikyu, there is something wrong with you because it's just so cool. It's a freaking ghost fairy and it's trying to pose as Pikachu because it's this freaking ugly Pokemon and no one likes it. So it tries to pose as the Pokemon that everyone likes. It's like, wow, the freaking lore, man. It's freaking crazy. So for that reason, Mimikyu's in B. No, Mimikyu's at least an A. Mimikyu is at least an A. And its busted form is in B for some reason. B for busted. Wow. I'm funny. Bruxish is ugly. Drampa is fine. Delmise is fine. It's tough, man. I don't want to give too many Pokemon my stamp of approval on this, but it's just, there's so many Pokemon this generation that I like. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I haven't even seen it put a single Pokemon in the F tier so far. Oh, but we'll get there, though. We will get to the F tiers. But I don't know, man. I feel like with the early tier list, I was so much harsher than I am now. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. I haven't watched the older tier list videos that I did in a little bit, so I don't really remember. No, you know what? No. Mimikyu's going in S. I think Mimikyu's freaking awesome. I love Mimikyu. The Jangmo-lo line is just fine. They're kind of lame pseudo legendaries for me, but in terms of Pokemon in general, they're just all right. The Guardians, the Tapu Guardians. I quite like Tapu Koko. I think Tapu Koko is an A. And Tapu Fini's a B. And the other Tapus are C's. They're just fine. I don't know. There's something about Tapu Fini that like I'm drawn to. I just think it's like a cool like guardian of the sea almost. The other two are just kind of like weird. And then Tapu Koko is just cool. I like how at the beginning of Sun and Moon, like you're like saved by the Tapu Koko. Like I think that's pretty cool. Like little sequence there. Cosmog is fine. Cosmoem is fine. Their purpose is literally just to serve as like a plot device to get to the legendaries. So, and then you know what? I really like Solgaleo, and Lunala's not too much worse, but Solgaleo definitely I prefer. Now we get to the Ultra Beasts. Gotta love those Ultra Beasts, but not really though, because I don't really like them. You know, a lot of people shit on the Ultra Beasts, and unfortunately, I fall into that group of people that shits on them because a lot of them just don't rub me the right way. Like Nihiligo is just kind of eh. Buzzwole is just kind of eh. Pheromosa, eh. Xurkitree, eh. Celesteela, dude. Celesteela is so annoying in competitive Pokemon, man. I don't vibe with it, man. And then Kartana. Kartana, no. No. Guzzlord, though. Oh, wait, shoot. What the hell happened? Here's the thing. I think Guzzlord's a B just because I think it looks so absurd that I can't help but like it a little bit. And I know that's such like, it's so, it's just different from my other opinions on the other Ultra Beasts, but like, I don't know. There's just something about Guzzlord that's freaking weird and crazy to me. All right, so we got Dusk Form Necrozma and Dawn Form Necrozma, I believe is what they're called. Honestly, I don't remember Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as much as I remember regular Sun and Moon. I mean, like, I don't know. To me, they're just enhanced versions, and honestly, they're not enhanced in the way that makes them, to me, better than the originals. They're just like, I think by technicality, they're better, but like you could play Sun and Moon and not really care about the differences, I feel like. Anyway, I don't know. They're fine. They're just fine. Damn, we're really okay. Ultra Form Necrozma, I have literally no opinion on. We're gonna put it in C, I guess. Necrozma as a whole is just fine. I have no idea what the difference between those two Magearna forms are. But Magearna in general is just simply a C, so they were both going C. I actually really like Marshadow. I wish that I was able to get one. I didn't really keep up with events during Gen 7, so I never got my own, but I really like Marshadow. I like its typing. I like how it looks. It's a cool Pokemon. Poipole and Naganadel, they're actually cool Ultra Beasts, I'll say that, so they go a little bit higher than the others. Stakataka is also just a D. Blacephalon, yeah, Blacephalon's a D. Definitely, in terms of fire ghost types, I prefer Chandelure or Alola Marowak, and I'll just say that. Zeraora, I don't really have much of an opinion on because that's another Pokemon that I never got my own of. And then Meltan and Melmetal, I can't for the life of me get a hold of one because I haven't completed that quest on Pokemon Go, and I don't really care to very much. So for that reason, both of them are going in D because I can't for the life of me get my own, and therefore I hate it. But you know what? That's gonna be the list. I did not end up disliking as many Pokemon of this generation as I feel like a lot of the other generation tier lists showed that I did. That was a really weird way of forming that sentence, but I think you guys get it. Overall, guys, this is going to be my Gen 7 tier list. So I hope you guys liked it, and you know what? If you didn't like it, let me know. I always say that in these videos, but I really just need you guys to tell me if I put a Pokemon here that you like in a low tier. I really need to know that, okay? So please tell me. All right, and if I didn't do that, and maybe your list is the exact same as mine, don't let me know about that because I don't care, because you're just a freaking copycat at that rate. No, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so freaking tired. Oh man, okay, you know what? That's gonna end this tier list video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and check out my other tier list videos, as I said earlier, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I've put this off for too long for no reason. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another tier list video. So today, I'm going to be ranking, as you can see here, Generation 8 Pokemon. Obviously, I've been doing tier list videos on this channel for the past month or so, where I rank every single Pokemon based on generation. And today, I'm going to be doing Generation 8 because it's the only generation I have left to do at this current moment. For you guys, these videos have been coming out every week. In reality, I've been recording them sporadically, kind of just on like random days. I record like a few and then I upload them, and then I set them to upload and then they upload later. So they've been coming out on a weekly basis for you guys. In reality, the last time I recorded one was like a month ago from the day that it currently is. So you don't care. Why are we even talking about this? Anyway, if you like these tier lists, leave a like. And just so you know, in this video, I'm going through every single Pokemon from Generation 8. That being any Pokemon that was introduced once Sword and Shield released up until, I guess, this current moment. Because at this point, Scarlet and Violet is not out yet. But basically, any Pokemon that has come out from 2019 to now is up for grabs here on the table. That means Legends Arceus Pokemon, Gigantamax forms, any alternate forms of other Pokemon, any of that, Hisuian forms, Galarian forms, all that. We're gonna go through all of it. So this might take a while. Either way, hope you liked the video. Now, without any further ado, let's rank some Generation 8 Pokemon. All right, so first we got, well, we're going in Pokedex order, so we're not gonna be necessarily doing all of the Gigantamax forms first, or Galarian forms first. We're just kind of going to be doing them in a random order. Well, not random because it's Pokedex order, but we're not going to be doing any, we're not going to have any themes, I guess is the best way to put it. So first of all, let's go over Gigantamax, the Gigantamax Kanto starters. So we got Gigantamax Venusaur, first off. So first off, I just want to say, as a concept, I'm not the biggest fan of Gigantamax. I think it's just kind of like less good Mega Evolution. I just think Mega Evolution is just way better. I mean, obviously, with Gigantamax, you get new forms, you get new-ish moves, right? So they're comparable, but I just think Mega Evolution is better. But we're not talking about Mega Evolution. We're talking about Gigantamax forms, so let's talk about that. Venusaur, Mega Venusaur, or not Mega. See, I made the mistake. Gigantamax Venusaur, I think is a C tier for me. It's just kind of goofy looking. Like I don't know. Like I don't feel like they were trying to make it look very cool. So it might even be D tier, honestly. We're gonna keep it in C for now. Gigantamax Charizard though. I actually like Gigantamax Charizard. I like the flaming wings that it's got going on. And it's an okay Pokemon as like the poster child of Gigantamax. I've kind of seen it as that because like it's the Gigantamax Pokemon that the champion has, and you know it was like I think one of the it wasn't one of the first Gigantamax reveal, was it? I feel like it might have been actually, but either way, it's a cool one. I like it. And then I feel like Gigantamax Blastoise is somewhere in the middle. Like, I like that it has like these really big cannons on it. Like that's neat, right? But other than that, that's just kind of the order I'm giving them. Gigantamax Butterfree, it's just kind of like a bigger Butterfree. Like I feel like they didn't really make it too different. So it's kind of on the same level as Venusaur for me. Gigantamax Pikachu, you know what? I have a soft spot for Gigantamax Pikachu just because I think it just looks goofy. Like I like how they tried to like do sort of a callback to like the more like chunky Pikachu of like, you know, previous generations. And you know, I love how when it grows up, its cry becomes Pika. Like I think that's just funny. So I'm a fan of Gigantamax Pikachu. Galarian Meowth. So Galarian Meowth is probably a D tier for me. And the reason why is because I don't really understand why we got a Galarian form of a Pokemon that we already had an Alolan form for. Like, I just don't feel like that was very necessary. So, it's a D tier. I just don't really feel like it needed to exist. But, whatever. And then Gigantamax Meowth. You know, Gigantamax Meowth is very similar to Gigantamax Pikachu, where I just think it's so ridiculous that I can't help but like it a little bit. So I think it's going to go in B tier. I don't like it as much as I get Gigantamax Pikachu conceptually, but I still think it looks funny. I like how it's just like a long cat. Like that's just amusing. And then we have Hisuian Growlithe and Hisuian Arcanine, of course. You know, I think in concept I liked the idea of having a Hisuian Growlithe or just a regional form of Growlithe and Arcanine. In practice, they're fine. They're not the greatest. I think Hisuian Growlithe is probably C. Hisuian Arcanine is probably B. And I say probably because I like the look of these Hisuian forms, but like I just feel like they're a little underwhelming, you know, in retrospect. Either way, they're fine. Gigantamax Machamp. I don't really understand why they give Machamp out of all Pokemon a Gigantamax form, but I'm here for it, I guess. But I guess it's not like, it's kind of cool. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I think it's probably a B tier for me. It's not anything too extraordinary, but it's fine. And then we got Galarian Ponyta and Galarian Rapidash. I actually really like Galarian Ponyta. I like that they're going for like sort of like a unicorn vibe, and I guess Galarian Rapidash is obviously like more so a unicorn. I don't know why. I think I just like Galarian Ponyta a little bit more, just because I think it has like a cuteness factor to it that Galarian Rapidash doesn't. So that's overall why I like it more. Galarian Slowpoke is fine. It's not anything to write home about. Actually, I'm putting it in C because it's not anything super like creative, I guess. Like, it's just pure psychic type, and it's got like yellow on its head and tail. Like, I don't know. Like, there's probably a reason for that, right? But I haven't really, like, I'm not too educated on like why they decided to design it like that, I guess, or like any speculation that people might have about why it was designed like that. So to me, it's just kind of meh. Galarian Slowbro. I think Galarian Slowbro is kind of on the same level. Actually, I like that they gave Slowbro and Slowpoke and Slowking something. Like, I appreciate that because, like, you know, I like it whenever they give, you know, Pokemon that are often forgotten or underlooked. I like it when they give them something. So I appreciate it. You know what? I'm gonna bump Galarian Slowbro up to B just because I like that it exists, and it has. I'm pretty sure Psychic Poison is a creative type. Like, I don't think any Pokemon had the typing of Psychic Poison before Galarian Slowpoke. I could be wrong about that though. There's a very good chance I'm wrong about that. But overall, it's fine. It's decent. I like Galarian. Galarian Farfetch just because it exists. I just really like that they gave Farfetch something because Farfetch is so underpowered and overlooked a lot of the times. Actually, I might... No, it's going to be. Galarian got, or not Galarian, sorry. There's so many different like subtitles or not subtitles, but like just like names of these forms. Like it's too much. Gigantamax, Gengar. It's very goofy. But it's not anything that I'm like too excited about. Like, I don't know. Gengar gets a lot of special treatment by Game Freak, so I don't know. It didn't, like, I would have been fine if it didn't get a Gigantamax form, but it's fine. I like Gigantamax Kingler just because it's similar for Gigantamax Machamp for me, because it's like, it's just, I like that it exists, because Kingler is obviously a Pokemon that not a lot of people think about sometimes. And I just like that they gave it something. It's kind of weird, right? But it's got like big meaty claw, so that's cool. You know, good for it, right? So it's going to be. And then we got Hisuian, Voltorb, and Electrode. I like that they gave Hisuian. I like that they gave Electrode and Voltorb something. Like, obviously. I like their typing. It's interesting, right? Because they're like ancient Pokeballs, so they have like the grass typing. Like, that's cool. In reality, though, I think I like Hisuian Voltorb a little bit more than Hisuian Electrode, though. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't really know what I was expecting Hisuian Electrode to do differently from regular Electrode, but I just feel like I was expecting more, and it didn't really deliver on that. Galarian Weezing. I don't know why I'm like blanking out on these Pokemon names. Galarian Weezing. I like Galarian Weezing. It's not bad. It's cool. I like that it has Poison Fairy as its typing. It's probably B for me. Yeah, it's fine. Galarian Mr. Mime is just kind of like, Mr. Mime's already a Pokemon that I'm not like, you know, like, I'm not like most excited about, and the fact that they gave it a Galarian form, it's fine. Like, it's okay. Gigantamax Lapras. It's a Pokemon. Like, I don't know. I don't have much to say about these, just because like I feel very neutral about them. Like, they're not anything too exciting. Like, I don't know. Galarian Lapras is just kind of like a bigger Lapras with like sort of like a musical theme to it. Like, that's, I guess that's kind of cool. If you like Lapras, you know, good for you. Galarian, or not Galarian, God, Gigantamax Eevee is absurd. And that's why I kind of like it a little bit. But it's still kind of like, you know, why are you giving Eevee a Gigantamax form? It's literally just because they wanted to give like the poster children for Pokemon, that being Pikachu and Eevee. Let's be honest, they're kind of like the mascots of Pokemon at this point. They wanted to give them something, so they did. Good for them. But, you know, didn't really need an Eevee Gigantamax form. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is kind of weird. I might even bump it down to C tier, honestly, because no, it's going to be, because it's pretty absurd. Same with Gigantamax Snorlax, for that matter. It's very absurd, very just weird Pokemon with like, it's just like, I don't know. I like it though. I like it decently. And I'm already a fan of Snorlax, as a lot of you know. So yeah, no, it's not too bad. The Galarian Birds. I like the Galarian Birds. I think I probably like, I don't know. I actually don't know. I know that Galarian Articuno is my least favorite of the three. Like, I think it's kind of interesting, but overall, it's just fine. I think I like Galarian. It's between Galarian Zapdos and Moltres for me. Like, I don't really know which one I like more. Oh man, I think I like Galarian Zapdos a lot. Yeah, I think I do, and I think I like Galarian Moltres. I like it a lot. I like Galarian Moltres a lot. I think it looks really cool with like the dark coloring to its body and the flames, and like, that's all cool. But Galarian Zapdos is a freaking beast, and so I really like Galarian Zapdos. We got Hisuian Typhlosion. Now, obviously, I have a really soft spot for Typhlosion, and Hisuian Typhlosion's fine. I like its typing. It's not anything, you know what, I think just because I like Typhlosion a lot, I think it's probably A tier for me, but I definitely don't like it more than regular Typhlosion. You know what I mean? It's okay. I feel like they could have given it a different a different subtype, and it might have been a little bit more interesting for me, but it's not bad. Galarian Slowking. Galarian Slowking. I like Galarian Slowking, and a lot of people don't because it's like freaking ugly, but I don't know. I think I like it how it's like, it's just like a zombie. Like, I think that's kind of cool, right? Like the toxins from the freaking slow, or the shelter or whatever it's on its head, has just kind of like taken over its body. Like, that's creepy and dark, and I like it when Pokemon does that kind of stuff, but overall it's not anything like that I'm ecstatic about. Hisuian Quillfish is fine. It's just fine. Quillfish is a Pokemon that I often forget, so I guess it's cool that they gave it something, but like, I would have been okay if they didn't give it anything also. Like, I don't know. Well, it's fine. Hisuian, I don't like Hisuian Sneasel. I said it. I don't like Hisuian Sneasel. And I'll tell you why I don't like Hisuian Sneasel. Because it's such a missed opportunity. First of all, we don't need a Hisuian form of a Pokemon. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like its typing is so uninspired. Like, we already have, like, in the same game as Legends Arceus, you already have a Pokemon who is fighting poison. So why do you need another one? Like, why don't you give it a unique type that no other Pokemon in Legends Arceus has? And then Sneasler is just so, like, weird. Well, we're not talking about Sneasler. We're talking about Hisuian Sneasel, and I just don't really like it. Okay, you know what? No. Hisuian Sneasel is D, because I think its evolution is going to be in F. But we'll talk about that we'll get to that when we get to that. I like Galarian Corsola. I like it because I like it for its concept. I like the fact that they based it off of like dying coral because of like, you know, global warming. I think it was something regarding that, right? Like they based it on like real life events, and I like it when they do that. It's very creative, very, very thoughtful of Pokemon to think of stuff like that. Kind of like raise awareness for like global issues. Like, I think that's neat. Galarian Zigzagoon and Galarian Linoon. I like the fact that they gave Zigzagoon and Linoon something. I think I like Galarian Zigzagoon more just because. Do I want to put it in A though? I feel like that's kind of a stretch. I think Galarian Zigzagoon is in B because I think it's cute-ish, and then Galarian Linoon is a little bit less for me. But overall, I like that they exist. The new forms of Dialga and Palkia are kind of mid. Like, I understand that they wanted to give them like origin forms, kind of like in the same vein as like Giratina has like its origin form and then its regular form, right, or whatever. But yeah, like, you know, in practice they're kind of weird looking. They're probably both C tiers for me. Like, I don't know, they just look goofy, but not in like a way that I like. You know. Hisuian Samurott. I like Hisuian Samurott. I like it. I think, like, you know, it's menacing looking. It's not too different from regular Samurott, but like they wanted to go for like a more like dark tone, obviously, because it's water dark type. And you know what? I appreciate that. So I like it. Hisuian Lilligant. Hisuian Lilligant is pretty mid for me. It's not anything too exciting for me, but, you know, good for them that they gave Lilligant something in a game that you wouldn't necessarily expect Lilligant to be in, right? That being Legends Arceus. And then we got White. What is it? White Scale Basculin or whatever. The one that was introduced in Legends Arceus. It's fine. I like that they gave Basculin. I really like the evolution. We'll get into that. You know what? No, I'm gonna move Basculin White form Basculin to B because I really like his evolution. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Hisuian Darumaka, or not Hisuian, Galarian Darumaka. God, there's so many freaking words. Galarian Darumaka. I like Galarian Darumaka. It's fine. I guess if I said I liked it, I should put it in B, right? It's fine. And then I really like Hisuian said the wrong thing again. I really like Galarian Darmanitan Zen mode because I like that it has the unique typing of Fire Ice. I think that that's neat. I've never actually used one in battle, but I'd be interested in doing it because I really like its typing and it looks really cool, and I like the idea of a flaming snowman. But it's also a form of a Pokemon that you don't typically see because it's, you know, kind of rare that it's ever going to be used. So that being said, I think it's probably B tier, and I think Galarian Darmanitan is in the same tier as its pre-evolution, for that matter. So yeah, they're just fine. I don't know. After a little bit more reconsideration, I think they're just fine, and then I think I like the Zen mode a little bit more. Galarian Yamask. I like that they gave Yamask something. I appreciate that. That's all I have to say for that though. Gigantamax Garbodor. I actually, you know what? I like Gigantamax Garbodor just because I like that they gave Garbodor something, and I like that it's just like this giant heap of trash with like that's so big that it has like a freaking boat in it and like cars and stuff. I think you can see there. Yeah, it just has like a bunch of shit in it. Like, I think that's neat. Actually, I don't know if I like it that much. I think it's probably just B tier, but I like it. Overall, I like it. Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark. I actually quite like both of them. I think I like, you know what? I think I like Hisuian Zorua a lot, and I like Hisuian Zoroark a lot. Because I like that one, they got a unique typing. I like that they were introduced in a game that you wouldn't necessarily expect them to be introduced in, that being Legends Arceus. And I like that they just gave recognition to this really cool Pokemon that is just really cool. So I like them. Galarian Stunfisk is just fine. It's not anything too exciting. I like Hisuian Braviary. I like that they kind of gave recognition to it. I like that it's like kind of like the opposite of regular Braviary, to where like I feel like regular Braviary is so offensive and like, you know, physically offensive, but I like that they gave it like a contrast with like the psychic type and a more like special based moveset. Like, I like that. Hisuian Sliggoo is just kind of weird to me, like the fact that they tried to make it like an inner tube. Have you ever seen it walk around in the overworld in Legends Arceus? It looks really weird. It just like hops, right? Because its body is shaped so weirdly, but it's kind of cute. And then I like Hisuian Goodra. I like that they gave it something. I feel like it could have been a little bit cooler. Its typing is good, that's for sure. I mean, if when you have the same typing as Dialga, you're bound to like, you know, have some cred, have some street cred on you. But overall, it's fine. And then Hisuian Avalugg is just ridiculous. I have a very weird relationship with Hisuian Avalugg, because back when Legends Arceus was still like there was still speculation about it. I didn't look at the leaked roster of new Pokemon before it came out, but I was trying to guess with one of my friends like what Pokemon might get new Hisuian forms, and we were like, what are like the most obscure Pokemon that you could possibly think of? And we thought of Avalugg, and I was like, dude, if they give Avalugg a new form, I'm quitting. Like, that's it. Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. And then it happened, and I just think that that's so ridiculous. So yeah, it's just weird for me. But you know, overall, it's very underwhelming. It's also a very underwhelming Pokemon. So very weird relationship I have with it, but overall could have been better, and that's all I'm gonna say. Hisuian, I like Hisuian Decidueye. A lot of people don't like it, and I guess I can kind of see why. It's weird looking, but I think once I kind of read more about like the lore behind it, I think I found an appreciation for it. Gigantamax Melmetal. Gigantamax Melmetal is just fine. Like, I don't know, it's just a bigger Melmetal. I don't really have that much to say about Melmetal in general, so regular or Gigantamax Melmetal is just kind of for me. So that's that. Now we can finally get into the new Pokemon from this generation. I mean, like, obviously these are all new, but like, we can get into the new species that were never covered in any other games. Wow, finally. So Grookey, I actually like Grookey. Yeah, no, I like Grookey quite a lot, or quite a bit. Thwacky is C, and then we have Rillaboom and Gigantamax Rillaboom. Rillaboom is fine, and Gigantamax Rillaboom is also just on the same level as fine. Like, I think it's kind of funny how they gave it like a whole ass drum set, but like, it's just eh. Scorbunny, I think Scorbunny is my favorite of the Galarian starters. But yeah, I like it. It's a cute little bunny. And then Raboot, I like Raboot. I actually do like Raboot. I think it's like a very nice looking middle stage evolution. Like, it's not too awkward looking. It's not too weird. It's just like a cool little, you know, low key middle stage. And then we got Cinderace and Gigantamax Cinderace. Regular Cinderace is B. It's fine. And then I think Gigantamax Cinderace is C. Like, I don't know. I'm not too impressed by the big fireball. Doesn't do it for me. Sobble is probably my least favorite of the Galarian starters, but I don't dislike it. But like, it's not anything too exciting. It's middle stage. I don't really like its middle stage. It's just like an emo kid, and I don't feel like Pokemon really needed to have an emo kid. We didn't need an emo kid Pokemon, you know? And then Inteleon is fine. I don't know. I might even bump it up to B, honestly. I think I like Inteleon more than like Rillaboom. So, and then I like its Galarian. Actually, no. You know what? I think its Gigantamax form is the best one. Yeah, I said it, because it has a gun. And how many Pokemon can you say that have guns? Not many. So that's that. And then we got, what is that? I forgot your name. And you're not even where you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be. Holy hell! How'd you get here? Where's your pre-evolution? There you are. Why'd you get all the way? It's not your place. We got Squavit. Squavit is just a little chipmunk, and I like that it's a little chipmunk. This is a cute little chipmunk. And then we got Greedent, and Greedent, I have a weird soft spot for Greedent because it's this fat little squirrel, and it's just weird. It's kind of dumb looking, but I kind of like it. It looks like a Disney character. Am I the only one that thinks that? It looks kind of like a little Disney guy, a little Disney animal, right? I don't know. It's just kind of dumb, and I like it. Rookity. First of all, I just want to say I like the whole Rookity/Corviknight line because I like that they made a regional flying type Pokemon that isn't normal flying. That's actually just a flying type because that makes sense. It doesn't need to be normal type. It can just be a flying type because it flies. It doesn't have to be normal, right? So I like Rookity. I actually like Rookity just for that reason. And Corvisquire. I like both of them. But Corviknight, on the other hand, is freaking awesome. I love Corviknight. And Gigantamax Corviknight, it's okay. But I just really like regular Corviknight. And then we got the Blipbug line. The Blipbug line is just kind of eh. All of them are eh for me, including their Gigantamax form. That's all I have to say about them. We got Nickit and Thievul are also just kind of eh Pokemon. I like that they kind of made like a sly little fox Pokemon, I guess. But like, actually, I think I like Nickit a little bit more just because it's cuter. But Thievul is just kind of eh. We got Glossifleur and Elvigoss, I believe is their names. They're fine. Again, they're not anything too exciting, but they're okay. Wooloo is freaking awesome. It's A because it's just that. It's just a little sheep guy. This is a little sheep guy, and I like sheep guys. And then Double is a little lower just because it's not as cute as Wooloo. But Wooloo is freaking good. And then we got, I'm losing my mind, you can tell. We're like almost 30 minutes in, and we have still a lot of Pokemon to go through. Anyway, Choodle is just kind of eh. Like, I'm not too excited about it. Dreadnought, I like Dreadnought. Gigantamax Dreadnought, it's okay. I really like Yamper. I think Yamper's on the same level as like Wooloo for me. And then Boltund is fine. Again, another instance where pre-evolution, a little bit better than the evolution. The whole Colossal line, I'm not like ecstatic about. Like, okay, actually, I like Roly-Coly. I think, first of all, its name, freaking awesome, Roly-Coly. Carkol is okay. And then I like Colossal. But its Gigantamax form, I don't feel like is too different. It's not different enough for me to, like, really like it. And then we got the Flapple line. Or not Flapple, the Applin line. Yeah, Applin line. I used to really not like Applin because I was like, that's literally just an apple. Like, what are you doing, Pokemon? But then I realized it's not an apple, it's a worm in an apple. And that's more interesting because it's like a dragon worm thing that goes in the apple and is like peeking out through the apple. And I was like, whoa, it's not just an apple. The apple's just like the body for this little worm thing. And I like that. I like that actually quite a lot. So Applin is an A. A for Applin, haha. And then Flapple is a B, is fine, and then Appleton's a B. They're both just fine. Actually, I like Appleton a little bit more because it's a little cutie apple pie thing. Sorry about that. I had to cut for a second. Don't mind that I'm wearing a different shirt and that I have a black eye and that it's a completely different time of the day. Let's just get back into the list. So next we got Gigantamax, Flapple, and Appleton. And you know, I don't hate either of them. I just don't really like that they're the same. Like, I feel like they could have, like, I don't know. I feel like they could have given Appleton and Flapple slightly different variations of the Gigantamax form, or just not given them Gigantamax forms at all. So, like, to me, I just feel like it's kind of lazy. So I think for that reason, they're just kind of low. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, no. One of them is going in D, the other is going in C for some reason. You can decide which one's which. Next we got Silly Cobra. I like Silly Cobra. I know that I say this a lot, but I tend, like, if a Pokemon is cute, I tend to like it more, even if it's not like the most interesting Pokemon. I tend to like it more if it's cute than if it's like its evolution. You know, like in this case, I like Silly Cobra, not the biggest fan of Sandaconda. I like Sandaconda Gigantamax form though, just because, I don't know, there's something about like the sand, sort of like tornado, but it's like the snake, you know, body. It's just like, it's kind of cool. I kind of like that. But next we got Cramorant, and I made sure, you know, don't worry, because I made sure to get every form of Cramorant. We have regular Cramorant, which I think, just based on concept, I do think it's kind of a funny concept. I think it's going to go in B. Regular Cramorant with a fish in its mouth is B, and Cramorant with a Pikachu in its mouth is A, because it's hilarious. So next, I just realized I don't need to, sorry, I've had the camera off center this whole time. I don't need to do that because of the way that I edit these with my face cam and all that. Next we got Barracuda, or is it called Arracuda? Arracuda, that's what it's called. Arracuda is just like kind of a generic fish Pokemon. I like Barracuda a little bit more, but yeah, they're just okay. Toxel and Toxicity. Toxel's kind of annoying to me. I don't know why. It just looks like an annoying baby. Like, it just looks like it would cry and whine a lot, you know, when you like take it out, and it'd be really embarrassing. There's a bug on my wall right now. I'll kill it after I'm done. And then Toxicity, I actually do like Toxicity though. It looks cool. I like its typing. I like its unique typing. It's Gigantamax form, and that's the is that, I don't remember what form it is. The yellow form. I like the yellow form. The blue form I think is a little lower for me. I don't really know why. I just like the look of the yellow form, the yellow and purple form more than the blue and purple. I don't know. And then the Gigantamax form is just okay. It's gonna go a little lower because it's not. I don't find it that exciting. What is this? Scorchipede? What is it called? What the hell is that thing called? What is it? Centiscorch is the original. Sizzlipede. That's what it's called. Sizzlipede. Sizzlipede is okay. It's a C. Regular Sizzlipede I think is regular. What the hell? I can't. Centiscorch. Thank you. Is a B. And then Gigantamax Centiscorch. It's okay. It's a B. I like it. I like it decently. Clobbopus and Greplocked. Clobbopus is cute. Clobbopus is a B. It's a cute little guy. And then I like Greplocked. I actually really like it. I like its color scheme. I kind of like its concept that it's like a Pokemon that you would find in the water, but it's not water type. Because those are like few and far in between, and I like those. I like Graplock decently. Sinistea and Poltegeist. Sinistea and Poltegeist are both C Pokemon. I don't find them that offensive, but I also don't find them that exciting. The whole Hatterene line, I'm not too big of a fan on them. I think they're just very gimmicky, and that includes their Gigantamax form. And also that Gigantamax form is really annoying to catch in Sword and Shield for some reason, at least for me. Like, I've had really bad experiences trying to catch it. So it's a C. In fact, I hate catching it so much that I'm actually moving it to D. I really like the Impidimp line. I really like that they're like dark fairy types and they're like really ugly fairy types, because most fairy types are like obviously really cute and cuddly, but these are not. And because of that, I think I'm going to put Impidimp and Morgrem. Well, okay, Morgrem, I think Morgrem's going to be a little lower just because it's kind of on the cusp of like an emo Pokemon again, and we already have one with Drizzile, and now we're going to have another one with Morgrem, and I don't really like that. But Grimmsnarl is straight up A, bro. Actually, it might be S. I like Grimmsnarl that much. I think Grimmsnarl is going to go in S just because I really like its concept. I'm a big fan. And then Gigantamax Grimmsnarl is freaking menacing, dude. It's gonna go in, I think it's gonna go in A, because it's freaking scary. Next we got Obstagoon. And I like Obstagoon decently, because I like that they gave Linoone a form that is actually kind of good. And I think for that reason, it's gonna go in the B tier. Berserker, I'm not too big of a fan of. It's kind of like the whole case with Galarian Meowth. Like, I don't really think Galarian Meowth had to exist, so Berserker just is kind of underwhelming to me. And the fact that they gave Meowth another regional form, but then the evolution isn't even really that interesting, it's just kind of like, it's just a missed opportunity for me. I like Cursula. I actually like Cursula quite a bit. Probably not as much as Galarian Corsola for whatever reason. It's just kind of like a bigger Corsola, but it's fine. Sirfetch'd, I think, is going to go in S tier because I really like Sirfetch'd. I like that they gave Farfetch'd a good evolution, and I like that it's a good Pokemon. I like that its evolution is a good Pokemon. Mr. Rhyme is just fine. I don't know. Actually, yeah, it's just fine. I like it a little bit more than Mr. Mime for whatever reason, but it's just kind of like a goofy ice type. I don't know. Runerigus, I quite like Runerigus, and there's a couple reasons why. I like that it's a little bit more interesting than Cofagrigus. I like that the method of a lot of people don't like its method of evolution. I think that the method of evolution, it's very weird and very specific, but I kind of almost like that because it's kind of, in my mind, like a puzzle that you're supposed to solve. It's kind of, in my mind, like the Regirock puzzles back in like Gen 3 to me. Like, I don't know. It's not, like, a lot of people find it annoying, and I guess I can see that, but I don't mind it very much. I was able to evolve my Galarian Yamask, two of them actually. And I also have a soft spot because Galarian Yamask and also Runerigus are one of the only Pokemon that I've ever successfully shiny bred. Well, and I wasn't even trying. I was basically breeding for Galarian Yamask, and I just happened to get a shiny one, and I wasn't even trying to get one. And so I think for that, it kind of like has a soft spot for me, Runerigus at least. What do we got next? Milcery and Alcremie. Milcery and Alcremie are just kind of Pokemon for me. And same with the Galarian form. Phalanx, I'm a fan of Phalanx. It's between A and B. It's between A and B, and I don't know which one to go with. Let me drink water. Oh, I'm out of water. We're gonna go in A. Yeah, because I like Phalanx. I like its concept. I like that it's just like 4 or 5 little dudes just all, vibing together, fighting together. I like that. I appreciate that. Pincurchin, is that what it's called? No. Yes, it is called Pincurchin. Pincurchin is a C. It's a Pokemon. it's definitely a Pokemon. Snom is a B, and Frostmoth is, oddly enough, I like Frostmoth, if not just because it's really pretty and its typing is, I like its typing. Like, I know Bug Ice is not a good typing by any means, but it's just a really, like, I don't know, something about Frostmoth is really charming to me. Like, I think I associate mobs with like being like this really ugly bug, but Frostmoth is beautiful, dude, and like I have appreciation for it. Stormjourner is a B because, look, man, I've been telling you my opinion on these Pokemon for over 30 minutes at this point. I don't need a good explanation for this one. Moving on. No, I don't know. I just like Stormjourner. It's just a funny concept. Or I don't know. I made this, sorry, I'm at a loss for words. I've been speaking for so long, I don't know words anymore. Ice-Cube is a solid B because I think it's goofy, and its form without the ice on its head is a C because it's not as goofy. It's not as good. Indeedee, I don't like Indeedee. There's something about Indeedee that just rubs me the wrong way. They're very Audino-like to me, and I just feel like we didn't need them. Like, and they're not even interesting to me just because they have like a gender difference. That doesn't make them interesting to me at all. So I just don't really like them. Morpeko is decent, and its hangry form is decent. It's a more interesting Pikachu clone than you can say for several Pikachu clones, like Pachirisu and Minun and Plusle and Minun, and a lot of other ones that I'm forgetting at the moment, but yeah. Cufant and Copperajah. Cufant is a cute Pokemon, so it's B. I think the whole line is in B for me, honestly. The Gigantamax form, I'm not the biggest fan of Gigantamax form. It looks like an Easter Island head with like a big nose. I don't know if that's like what they were going for, but like, I literally don't know. Either way, not the biggest fan. We're gonna zoom back in temporarily. What else we got? Oh, we got the fossils. So the fossils are kind of hard for me because I don't really feel like I have a different opinion on any of them. Maybe Dracovish, just because I think it's funny how Dracovish is just so freaking good, like in competitive battles. I think Dracovish is an A, and I think all the rest of them are B, because I really like the concept of the fossils and how they're like based on like actual like combining of like different prehistoric animal like parts, you know, like from like real life. Like that's a thing that they do in real life. Like I think that's neat. And then we got Duraludon and its Gigantamax form. Duraludon doesn't really do it for me. Same with its, I don't know. It's just kind of there. The whole Dreepy / Dragapult line, I'm actually quite a big fan of. I think Dragapult's a little bit more up there for me, but the other two are still fairly high. Okay, we're finally into the legendaries. Thank God. So I just want to say right off the bat, I'm not the biggest fan of the box art legendaries for this generation. I just feel like they're not super inspired and they're just very underwhelming. Like they're just two dogs and they just look like the object, or they have some sort of tie to the object that is, you know, based that whatever version they're a part of. You know what I mean? Like there's a sword dog, shield dog, you know what I mean? So I don't know. They're just kind of Like I think their regular forms are definitely not that great. Actually, they're gonna go lower. Yeah, they're gonna go lower. The regular forms are fine. I don't know. They could have been better. That's all I'm gonna say. We got Eternatus. Eternatus, I feel like there's just too much going on with Eternatus. Like, I don't know, man. It's a lot. Like, I feel like it's a perfect example of a Pokemon that doesn't even really look like a Pokemon. Like, it's just a thing. And it's in Pokemon games. And it's definitely a thing. And it can fight against other Pokemon. But I don't know if it's a Pokemon. You can't really convince me. And then the hand form is fine. It's just the thing you fight once in the game, and then that's it. Cubchoo is adorable. And Urshifu is freaking badass. So both Urshifu forms, oh my goodness, we are running out of room. Both Urshifu forms go in A. The Gigantamax forms are fine. I don't know. I tend to like the base form of Pokemon more than the Gigantamax forms, and I'm realizing that from doing this list, but I don't know what to tell you. Next we got, what is that, Zarude? So apparently there's like 2 forms of Zarude. I could not tell you the differences between them, but there's different forms. Some of you might not even know what the hell Zarude is, and to be honest, I don't even quite know what Zarude is. It's an event legendary, that's for sure, but it's a thing, and it's a C Pokemon, and they're both C Pokemon, because they freaking look similar, and I don't care either way. So we got the new Regis now. We got Reggie Elecki and Reggie Drago. I think I like Reggie Elecki a little bit more. I think Reggie Elecki is a B, and I think Reggie Drago is a C. But overall, I like that they added new Reggies. I kind of am curious how it works into the lore. Like, I guess I could read about it. I'm sure that there's some sort of blurb. I mean, like, I played the games. I should probably have paid attention to the story, and I could have learned about the lore behind them more, but I didn't. So there you go. If I ever want to learn about them, I'm gonna have to read about them online. Next we got the Steeds. So I think I definitely like what the hell is your name? Spectrier more. I think I like Spectrier more. No, I definitely do. I like Spectrier more. I think it's an A because I really like the idea of like this ghost horse. You know what I mean? And Glastrier is a B. All of the Calyrex is honestly a C. But the Steed forms are kind of interesting. Like, I like that I don't know. I like that it can ride. It's kind of a weird concept, but I kind of like that it's like a Pokemon riding another Pokemon. Like, that has not happened, and probably will never ever happen again in a Pokemon game. Maybe it will, actually. I don't know. Maybe in like generation 17 that'll happen. But yeah. Okay, now we're finally to the new evolutions for previous Pokemon in Legends Arceus. Ooh, it took us long enough. So we got Weirdeer. So overall, Weirdeer, I like that it exists because I like that they gave Stantler something, a Pokemon that's often forgotten, once again. But it's still probably just a B for me. Actually, nah, I don't think I like it that much. It's fine. Like, I like that it's a thing, but it's, as a Pokemon, it's just kind of... Cleaver I actually quite like. I like that they gave Scyther a new evolution that is kind of like going in a different sort of direction in terms of like design, and I like that it's the first boss in Legends Arceus that you fight. I think it's a really cool way to like introduce just the way that bosses work in that game. So Ursaluna, I have a weird soft spot for Ursaluna, and I could honestly not tell you why, but it's up there. It's definitely like an A for me. I don't really know why though. I think it's just, I like the idea of this big freaking chonky bear. Like, there's something about that that's charming to me, I guess. I don't know, and I like riding it around and like looking for hidden items in Legends Arceus. Like, there's something about that like when it digs up an item, I don't know, I find it amusing, so I like it. Basculegion is freaking awesome. I love that they gave Basculin a form that actually is cool. So yeah, it's definitely S tier. Sneasler, you know what? I haven't put any Pokemon in F tier. I think I'm gonna put Sneasler in F tier. I do not like Sneasler. I cannot stress that enough. I just don't like that it's a thing. I don't like its typing. I don't like the look of it. It's really lanky. It looks like the fucking skinny Mario from Mario Maker, and that's not a good design concept for a Pokemon, so I don't like it. Overquill is just fine. It's kind of dumb looking, but it's not very offensive to me. But you know what is offensive to me? Is freaking Eternatus and its stupid, ugly ass fucking whatever form it's called. I hate Eternatus with a passion. I think it might be legitimately one of my least favorite Pokemon. I actually don't even mind the Weather Trio that much. But the moment that they added this ugly ass thing into the game, I was like, no, I cannot get behind this. There does not need to be a fourth fucking genie. It's kind of cool how it's like a fairy type, I guess, but I don't like it. It's ugly. It was annoying to catch. Worst Pokemon in Legends Arceus by far. Sneasler is still pretty low towards the bottom, but Eternatus is all the way at the bottom, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so that's going to conclude the list. Thank you for listening to my rant. Sorry I can't really display the list any better than how it looks here. You're just going to have to like squint your eyes if you want to look at the full thing at once. But yeah, that's my thoughts on every Generation 8 Pokemon. And with that, I believe I have accomplished my quest that I set out to accomplish at the beginning of this tier list series, where I wanted to rank every single Pokemon in existence into a tier list, and I basically did. I didn't rank them into one tier list, obviously, but I ranked them into several tier lists, and so I've ranked all of them. I have ranked every Pokemon in existence as of today. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed these tier list videos. I kind of want to make more tier list videos, like other gaming related tier list videos. Like I have a couple other ideas, but I think I'm going to be taking a break from doing these for a little bit. But who knows? I'll probably make more in the future if I feel like it. And I'll definitely make, excuse me, a Generation 9 Pokemon tier list once Scarlet and Violet come out and I get more acquainted with the Generation 9 Pokemon. I'll definitely make that tier list. Well, I don't necessarily know if it'll come out soon because I'll probably wait till the end of the generation to do it. But either way, I'll do it eventually. So yeah, with that, that's going to conclude this tier list video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very long video. This is definitely going to be the longest tier list video by far. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I will see you guys in the next tier list video. Peace.